Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's Brian and Jim here. We're drinking beer and play a game, and welcome to another episode of the Power Hour Podcast.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Power Hour. Thank you for joining us tonight. Episode 329, second episode of 2026. And you know what? We decided, the hell with it. We're keeping the guest train rolling. I'm already regretting it on our Krusty Corner, and for $1, you can see why. But that's all thanks to our dear, dear buddy, Nerdy Nick. You know him from the NSquared Podcast. Nick, how you doing, my man?
Pretty fucking good. A lot better than your Krusty Corner segment, you dirty, rotten bastard.
What dirty, rotten? I didn't do anything. I'm just reporting the news. I don't know what you're talking about.
We know what you did, Jim. We know what you did.
Yep. We know what you looked up. We know what you saved.
I'm a good boy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm affiliate on Twitch now, which is fun stuff.
Whoop.
Yeah, whoop whoop. I got a little got a little big video starting to cook up right now, so that'll be my big YouTube project for a little while. It's going to be ranking the best Twisted Metal, and I will be going through every Twisted Metal game, getting footage from all of them and whatnot, and I will be scoring them categorically through controls, audio, visual, etc., etc. As well, you know, obviously I'll be giving a little bit of leeway to like the PS1 games over like the PS2 and 3, of course, because the PS3 looks the best, so duh. But yeah, that's going to be a bigger undertaking. I'm going to try to keep it under 30 minutes if possible. You know, we'll see. It's probably my biggest YouTube video venture ever. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm on the way to trying to do this content creation game full time. Very tired of doing physical labor all day, every day. I've been doing it for like 12 years, and I'm done. I'm tired.
You're over it.
I am over it, man. My body. I'm only 34, but I feel like I'm 54. You know, and a couple of near falls on the ladder this week as well. You know, 16 feet up or whatever. So I'm just, yeah. And you know what? I've been on the internet long enough. It's about time that I start seeing some real progress there. So got my first Twitch paycheck last week, I think. Yeah. So it was the coolest thing ever. I know you're not supposed to like talk about the money and stuff when it comes to content creation, because you got to do it for the love. But trying to do it full time and stuff, you know, you also kind of need the lights on. That helps. So you know, money is definitely a part of it. So.
So speaking,
congrats.
Thank you.
Speaking of this content, where can the lovely people out there go to find this content?
So if you head over to Twitch, it's just twitch.tv/NSquared Podcast. And the same thing over on YouTube. It's just NSquared Podcast. We have a Monday night show. We go live every Monday night, except for this week, because I've just been wrecked with work. We go live every Monday night, 6:30 p.m. Arizona time. That's important to note, because Arizona doesn't fuck around with daylight savings and all that stuff. So it's always the time it is here. But yeah, we talk about video games, pro wrestling, comic books, movies, pretty much whatever else we want to. And then I'm streaming video games and whatnot all throughout the week, sporadically. According to my wife, I do need to make a schedule, because apparently it is important that I am dependable, with knowing when I am not available. But you know, whatever.
Until you get a text from your buddies earlier in the day and you go, hey, so promise not to be mad.
Yeah. But no, yeah. Important thing to note, I guess, with my live show on Monday nights, the NSquared Podcast, the main course, main meal, we stopped doing live streams via YouTube. So it's all just on Twitch now. YouTube will just be the home source for all the shorts and long form videos. Something's going on with Streamlabs. It doesn't like to play well when you multi-stream. So
you're not technically allowed to do that. I learned that. I got Streamlabs for that exact reason. I was like, oh, awesome. I'll multi-stream. Yeah. And when you read into it, Twitch is really the son of a bitch of it. Like, they don't like to, just like if you create a video on Twitch, like your VOD or whatever you download, in theory, you're supposed to wait at least 24 hours before you post it on your other platform. Like, they have all these built-in rules. So yeah, and then I think Streamlabs finally like figured out that they kept getting flagged for multi-streaming it when Twitch doesn't want you to do that. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
That might be why our YouTube streams are getting severely throttled, because we were as soon, and it was every now and then. But we'll do a multi-stream. We've got Twitch and YouTube running at the same time. Everything's going great, and then all of a sudden, we're getting like 55% dropped frames over on YouTube, and it's like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, fun stuff. But also, Twitch is just a better place, in my opinion, for live streaming. It's built for it.
Yeah, who knows how true it is, but they say if you start live streaming on YouTube, that can take away from your regular content. Like it's if you're gonna do it on YouTube, you gotta stick to just being a live streaming. But yeah, like you said, that's a live stream spot for a reason.
Yeah, and then also too, like YouTube doesn't necessarily like push your live stream the way it would push a video, and stuff. So it's all just a bunch of different, kind of ball games and whatnot. But pretty excited. I started streaming on Twitch like late October. Made affiliate in like 3 weeks, I want to say. So it's pretty rad.
Nice. That's pretty awesome.
Cool, yeah. So just fucking streaming Helldivers a lot and Battlefield. I'm just your basic bro when it comes to streaming, but I will be streaming I'm going to do a deep dive into the Yakuza series. Always wanted to play it, but I never have. And so I got
big ass series to jump into.
I know. I got Yakuza 0 and Kiwami 1 and 2 for Christmas. And I'm going to start streaming those games too. I got my my suit for my wedding. I didn't wear a tux, I wore a suit, and I'm gonna send that to the dry cleaners and dress up, for the streams of the Yakuza, so I can fit in.
I like it.
Yeah. We'll see if it's still
just don't do what you told us, taping your eyes back. You shouldn't do that.
You son of a bitch. We're supposed to gang up on Jim.
Oh, don't worry. We'll hit him up plenty. Yeah. Nick, if you haven't already, you should look at the chat in this on the Zoom chat.
Oh, there's a Zoom chat? What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see it. There we go. Oh my god, that's great.
This game's gonna haunt me. Haven't even played it.
But Nick, no, congrats on Twitch. Obviously, we're always rooting for you. For everyone, you've seen Nick on the show plenty of times. He is the reason why we have the bonus beers as a Patreon exclusive. So make sure
came up with the name, and I don't get a fucking penny out of it.
But here's the deal, Nick. The real question is: you're here with us tonight, regular podcast. I just saw you put the can down. What are you drinking tonight?
Well, I'm drinking the beer of my favorite WWE champion. Well, WWF, really. I mean, let's call it what it is. That is a Coors Light. Yeah, give me a hell yeah. Yeah,
nice.
Just drinking some Coors Light, keeping it nice and easy.
I like.
That's not a Steve Weiser. What are you doing?
What about you, Jamers? What you got tonight?
Well, I am drinking from the Warwick Farm Brewery, their Harvest Ale. So this is a handcrafted, brew ale. It is a bready and toasty ale that is spiced with cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger. The malt backbone pairs well with our fall spice blend. So I'm a little out of season with this one.
I was going to say,
not as out of season as I normally am. Not as out of season. It's only a couple months behind. This is the perfect beer to warm up when the leaves start changing color. Oh, have they changed? So the adjuncts, cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger. And what's the alcohol? 6.2%. So not too terrible. Has that nice orangey, amber, brownish hue that you would expect from a, fall beer. And yeah, you get a lot of the nutmeg in the aroma. But
God damn it, you sound so gay right now, man. Just drink the goddamn beer.
Doing the beer show. You have like the 2 minutes of the thing we actually spend on beer. I got to talk about the goddamn beer. Got to pretend it's a beer show. The other thing you said, I can't do anything about. It's born that way. All right? It's not my fault.
Well, Chambers, so it took me a minute to realize. I was like, man, I've had this Iron Hill variety pack for a while. And I don't know if you remember, Iron Hill closed down.
They did.
But I looked it up. Apparently, they may be getting brought back under new construction. Like PJ Wellahans might be buying some of them, or Famous Dave's. Like there's a bunch of random companies that are looking into those spots and may bring them back. But from that variety pack, I hadn't touched it. I'm starting with the Philly Fresh West Coast IPA, 5.5%. Dude, as soon as I tasted this, I was like, this is one of the best West Coast IPAs I ever had. After all the shit we talked about Iron Hill, we're like, yeah, it makes sense that they're going out of business. I've never had anything from them that's that good. And I'm like, motherfucker, I try their stuff that I actually really like. I'm already halfway done it. And I'm just like, son of a bitch. I'm like, every other beer I've had from them was meh, fine. This one, good as shit. So I'd say go try it, but I don't think you can find it anymore. Damn good. But from the variety pack, I'll be following it up very quickly with their Blue Sky Sunny Haze, another 5.5%. So it's all IPA, so they're all going to be citrusy, hazy, just really damn good. That's all I can say about it.
Yeah, I gotta say, real fast, you said something that kind of like sparked in my brain. Shout out to the bartender at PJ Wellahans or whatever it's fucking called out in Oaks, PA. For the fucking crayons. You're the best.
That was, that I remember. She was quite confused at first. Like, are you serious? Why do you want
some crayons?
Yeah. You're like, I need to get a Yingling and I need some crayons right now.
I'm kind of retarded.
Damn it, Chip.
Oh, that was a good
You're
time.
a fucking soundboard. One of these days, I got to remember to make the gym soundboard. I have to do it. All right, Nick. Well, the real question is, I mean, you actually just kind of answered it. You're playing your balls off with a bunch of different games. You got your Twisted Metal. You got Helldivers. You're going to be dipping into Yakuza. But are you playing anything else just for fun, not for streaming, but just for fun?
Just for fun. Yeah. Actually, I'm running through Fast Remix on the Switch 2. It is a more so like a Wipeout clone.
Okay.
There was it's called Fast Fusion. That's the one I'm playing. That's the sequel that's on Switch 2. So Fast Remix came out on Switch 1. Really liked it a lot, and they had announced it as a launch game for the Switch 2. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to get the Switch 2. Although I want to ask you guys this too, or get your opinion on this. So, you know how the Switch 2 has like the game share feature, where if you're playing a game and it has that feature available, you can play the game with someone who has a Switch 1.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
So this game is a Switch 2 game exclusive, but it can run on a Switch 1 via the game share.
The game share.
Which is starting to make me wonder, why is it a fucking Switch 2 exclusive if it can operate on a Switch 1?
So people want to buy a Switch 2?
I guess so. But you see what I'm saying? It's just fucking shiesty.
Does it look the same? Does it run the same? Do you notice any
dude, so the first one, Fast Remix, is a very, very fucking good looking game. Runs buttery smooth. You know, I mean, especially it's at least 60 frames a second. Same thing with the sequel. But yeah, no, that's the one I've been playing a lot. The difference between that one and with Fusion and Remix, with it being the first one, is you can actually when you go into like the garage area, you can blend two hovercraft vehicles together and whatnot. So it actually even broadens the replayability even more so, because you can unlock, I think there's like 30 vehicles, and then you can figure out which
different
fusions work the
shit.
best. Yeah. It's really fun. I really enjoy that game.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about you, Jamers, other than getting your ass whooped in StarCraft?
Yep, still getting my ass whooped in StarCraft over at the Jim StarCraft Struggles channel. But I'm still working my way through Hollow Knight, still loving every goddamn second of it. It's such a good game. It just keeps opening up and expanding, and just more and more and more stuff in there. The combat's always satisfying for even how simple it is, but just
how far along are you?
I'm like 16, 17-ish hours in.
Don't they give a thing that shows like percent complete?
No, at least not on the when you start a game or from the start screen.
Interesting.
So maybe it's in there somewhere.
Did you get to like Hornet, or did you get to the 3 Hornet looking bosses yet?
Oh yeah, I actually just recently beat them.
Okay.
Yeah, nice. The 3 beetles. Yeah. That was a fun fight. But yeah. So actually, besides that, last night I decided to start in on my resolutions for the year, and I went through a shoot 'em up. And actually, shout out to Blade Blur from being on here last week because I also had in my Steam backlog Eartheon. So it is the new shoot 'em up that was made by a whole bunch of people who used to work on actual Sega Genesis hardware. This is a game that will be released physically for the Genesis and will be pushing all of its limits because it is a beautiful looking game. Yuzo Koshiro did the music for it. It sounds awesome. It's a goddamn lot of fun. It's got a good system. It's got a good risk reward system for trying to upgrade your ship between rounds. You can collect gems from enemies that you knock down to power up your main weapons and your secondary weapons. You can do all different kinds of combinations with that. A bunch of levels. I wound up beating it on normal. And if you use a password system, it won't put you at the level you died at, but you can restart with everything you had unlocked. So it can make future runs a little easier if you want to go about it that way too. And yeah, I did like one run, I got my ass kicked quick. Then my second run, I made it to the final boss and game overed. So I went, no, I can't go out like that. So I went through it again, finally beat the guy after a few more upgrades, but it's great. It's got multiple difficulty levels and all that kinds of stuff. It's can't recommend it enough, especially if you're a fan of old school 16-bit era shmups.
Nice. Yeah, I'm still playing through A Link to the Past. Enjoying my playthrough for it. I'm not sure how long that game actually is, but I'm pretty decently far in it. I feel like I'm now in the Dark World, and I'm trying to collect the pieces of whatever you need in the Dark World to beat that. I've kind of given up on the Graveyard Keeper, but as I said, for my resolution, I'm going through every game I can and putting at least an hour into it and deciding if I'm sticking with it. I don't know if that's one I'm going to go back to. But I also started and finished Among the Sleep. I don't know if you guys remember that game. That was the one it may have gotten a physical release, but like you play a kid, like literally like a 2-year-old or 3-year-old.
Yeah.
And it's horror themed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it's the gameplay is very simplistic. It's like layers of fear. It's like I can't call it a walking sim because there's platforming elements, there's puzzle elements. But man, the ending, I gotta say, I'm actually shocked. It's like I'll tell you guys off of here because spoilers.
Yeah.
But it's a dark fucking story. Like what's actually the monster and what's in the kid's imagination and what's going on in his home life. Oh, it's actually pretty fucked up. It's only like a 2-hour, 3-hour game. So
nice.
Beat that, got that out of the way, and dude, I am obsessed right now with Quarantine Zone. A lot of people are streaming it, playing it. Basically, you are at it's the apocalypse-ish, and you're at a checkpoint where people come in, and you need to inspect them to see if they have symptoms that basically they're a zombie. But there's like a whole gamut of things you need to unlock. So it's like some of it is a stethoscope to look in the eye. Some of it's fucking x-rays and all this other shit, and based on your decision you can either liquefy them, meaning they go get killed, you can send them to quarantine, but it's very small and limited, or you put them in the survival pool, and if you fuck up and someone's infected, it kills off your other survivors. So it's just a very interesting game, but it's so fucking addicting, and I'm playing through it. I'm gonna stream the shit out of that because there's like an infinite mode for it. Some of it's hilarious because like you need an x-ray thing to look through their clothes. Now you see their underwear, but I don't know if the programmers did it on purpose or how they're generating the people. The amount of random dudes you're doing that and they all have like thongs on is very weird. But it's just
Jim's like relatable.
It's a very funny. Damn it, Jim. So yeah, that's kind of been that's where all my time is going.
Penis.
Jim.
Oh my god. Did you ever finish through with that UFO game that I was watching you stream?
Gray Hill Incident? Yeah. So I think the day after I streamed that, I was like, let me stream again. And for some reason, to your point, I don't know what the fuck Streamlabs did. They made my bitrate like go down so low that when I download the video, dude, it's pixely as fuck. So I turned it up as high as you could now.
Yeah.
So then I was like, fuck, I want to get clean footage of the ending. I was literally 15 or 20 minutes from the ending when I finished my stream, and I'm so pissed because I ended the stream. I was like, I probably got another hour or two, and I was like, motherfucker. Yeah, spoiler for that game. You get abducted by the aliens, which is the plan the dude had anyway because you want to find your daughter. But
Right.
yeah, it that one was, you know, it's a interesting little horror whatever game. That first scare, I think you were on there by then.
Yeah.
I'm pissed because I wanted to make a short out of it when it legit scared the fuck out of me. But it's so pixely and looks like shit. I'm like, God damn
I
it.
sent you the screen grab
Oh
that I
yeah,
got.
no.
Yeah.
When you did that, like on Twitch, it's fine. But like I said, when I download it, it just looks like dog shit. Like the quality it looks like an old cell phone video.
Right. Is there a VOD for it you could go to and download off it?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I got.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
I just saw you meant like a
don't know.
Streamlabs save.
No, I could have also like I don't know if you Nick, when you do your recordings like on Twitch and if you're
Yeah.
saving the video, do you only download the VODs or do you also record them natively as well?
Yeah, I'll hit the Streamlabs. It says like record stream. I'll just do that.
You'll do
Sometimes
so
it'll even
so you'll go live and hit record at the same time.
yeah, but sometimes it depends like what you're playing. It might even just do it like automatically. So for like Streamlabs,
Gotcha.
when you're playing
Yeah.
Battlefield 6 and you type that in as what you're playing, it will even clip like your best kills or whatever for you. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
But no, I mean, yeah, finishing that game was good. Like I said, I'm trying to go through my digital library. I'm looking at my physical stuff. There's not many I haven't played. So at least an hour into each game, but the weird completionist in me really like I start a game. It's tough for me to put a game down after an hour. So that's why I'm drawing the line with Graveyard Keeper. Maybe I'll go back to it one day, but I'm like, all right, put my time in, on to the next.
Yeah.
So yeah. But speaking of that, this week has been just fucking insane between snow, sicknesses, personal life, work, Mad Max. By the time, so this video will come out on Monday or Tuesday. Mad Max will be out this week for sure. So
Max Payne.
Yep. Thank you, Jim. Yeah, so Max Payne, it's very closely to being finished edited. And once again, that comes to us as our last Patreon review request. So once again, we know some of you out there have been supporting us or did support us. And if you need to get in that request, make sure you put it in there because we love it. And thank you guys for support. With that, Chambers, what questions we got this week?
Questions that you can put in over at patreon.com/drinkabeerandplayagame, where for as little as $2 a month, you can ask a question that we will answer on each and every single one of these Power Hour podcasts. Just one question this week comes to us from good old Chris Ayozzi. Are there any games that you sold or traded away that you deeply regret now?
That one hits hard.
Start with you, Nick.
As soon as you said that, I just like looked at my beer and I was like, hello, darkness, my old friend. So when I was 17, I graduated high school, moved out on my own, and I left a lot of like important stuff at home because I was like, I don't need to take all this stuff with me. And I know my mom and, her motherly tendencies will normally keep, like I had childhood blankies that she still kept. So I was like, there's no way she's going to toss out like my E-Machine PC that had like all my old games on it, StarCraft, Warcraft, fucking et cetera, et cetera. And in my TV stand, in my drawer, I had my Sega Genesis with like 50 to 60 games, some boxed, some not. And your boy comes around about a year or two later, and I'm like, hey, Mom, where's my Genesis? Well, I had a garage sale, and I sold it. I was like, and I was like, please tell me you sold it for a lot of money and you have like the rest of it here for me. No, I sold it for like $5. And I was like, God damn it, fuck. I had like Rocket Knight Adventures, which at the time, I mean, even still, and it was complete, had the manual, everything. And again, like this was before price charting was a thing, before even like YouTube was still like the OG looking YouTube and whatnot. But I knew like I had a lot of good games. And so like Rocket Knight Adventures was one that I was like super pissed about. And like again, like she sold it for fucking pennies, you know, at this point. I had not that it like was expensive or anything, but like the Bonanza Bros. I don't know if you guys ever played that game. I fucking loved that game. Me and my mom used to play it all the time when I was a kid, because it had a little, you know, horizontal split screen.
And then she sold your binding experience. How nice.
And then she sold it away. Yeah. Splatterhouse 2 was one of those. Yeah. Primal Rage, you know, Toy Story, Aladdin, the OG Jurassic Park game. I mean, there was a lot of games in there. And if you were to try to like, even all the little common titles, right? Even if you were trying to just pile them all up and try to, you know, repurchase them today, you're easily spending more than $5, you know, trying to reclaim all that shit. I mean, for example, like the Jurassic Park game, it's a pretty shitty game, all things considered, but it did kind of like push the Sega's boundaries. That game you can probably find for like $15 to $20 nowadays, you know, which that in itself costs more than what she sold the fucking console for. God damn it.
God damn it, Jim.
I fucking hate you. Yeah, so I've been spending a lot of my hard-earned adult money trying to get back everything. One thing I've made peace with, though, is I will never own Splatterhouse 2 again.
Yeah, that's so goddamn expensive. Even when I bought that 8-10 years ago, and I bought it without the manual, and that was, you know, over $100 at that point. So I can't even imagine what that's probably going for now.
Yeah, so I passed on an opportunity to buy Splatterhouse 2 and 3 complete in box for $150. Yeah, at a gaming convention. It was a Game On Expo like 2016, 2017. The ex-wife or wife at the time was like, "No, that's too much money for 2 games." And I was like, "All right."
Nick, what have we said about listening to women?
Yeah, we don't do it.
What did we learn?
Yeah, we don't do it.
That's a good boy.
Yeah, it's better
Jim,
to.
You're not allowed to fart without permission. What are you talking about?
I fart all the time, sir.
Yeah, nowadays I'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission. So,
sounds done.
Do it.
Yeah, get her. Don't play no shit.
By the way, Nick, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm looking right now on eBay. They have just you know, without the whole case,
loose.
$60 on eBay.
How's the label look?
It doesn't look bad. They also they have a complete in box. Test it and authenticate it for $184.
Oh wow,
it's still too expensive. I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, for a fucking Sega Genesis game, you know,
for a Sega Genesis. Yeah, I know.
I gotta start selling some shit. And
right?
Definitely not the Nick.
What about you, Chambers? Actually, you never sold shit. You still have like the first toilet paper you used.
First of many toilet papers, obviously. But obviously, with my wall of Tism behind me, I haven't done a lot of selling or trading in my day. But the only one that I can really that jumps out to me, and it's not a good game. You were there when I bought it. I didn't like the game. I turned it in a half hour. Was Final Fight Streetwise on the PS2. So because I was fiending for a beat 'em up, and I was like,
around so fast. That was
ridiculous.
That
game sucks so much, asshole. And it's not a super expensive game at this point to get, but it's like, oh yeah, I had that, and I'm like, oh wait, I don't have that, but I don't want to spend the money to ever get it, so I'm never going to get it again unless, well, you don't find games at Goodwill anymore, so that's out, and I'm not going to spend more than like the $5 that I spent at the time to get it the first time. So it's like, that's one that's never going back in the collection.
Wow, it actually has a pretty on eBay. It's $58 to $65.
Well, now I feel worse.
That's pretty much the new price of when you first bought it. I was so glad I didn't take a sip right there. I was right about to.
Damn, what could have been?
Yeah, you don't sell much.
And when I do, I regret because obviously all this behind me and over here that's off screen. That's not enough. I need to have
Well,
two or three that I got rid of.
Jim's buying of games is just like his stocks. He buys high, sells low, and never recoups his cost.
That's how it's done. You miss the shots you don't take, obviously.
I'm very similar. My story is very similar to Nick's, except so growing up,
when you stole my fucking X and then you gave it to Juan and then he sold it, prick.
I was sad I lost that. I'm just saying.
yeah, sad. All right, sad you.
We had an NES, and then like at some point we sold that whatever games we had, which it sucked enough doing that, but like the trade-off was we got rid of that so that way we could get I can't remember if we got a Genesis or Super NES first, but basically we got one of the systems, and then the Genesis basically became my brother's, Super NES became mine. As we grew into teens, eventually like we wanted a PlayStation or N64. There was just this habit of you get rid of the old systems and the games to help pay for the new ones. The Super NES was like my personal collection. That was all my chores, my allowance, my whatever, my birthdays, my Christmases. So every game I had for that, all the Super Marios, Mario Paint, Power Rangers games, Contra, like Castlevania, like just a whole bunch of great games. And the fact that I can't even remember how much we sold it for, what we sold it for. So Nick, to your point, like I totally get that. I'm not willing to go out and get a Super NES. I have Retron 5, and I was always like, maybe I'll try to go back and start getting those.
Yeah.
I'm sentimental to a point for that shit, but I'm also like, I have replayed those games so many times, even if it's emulated, even if it's on a cart and through the actual controller. I'm over it now, but man, I wish I still had that. It would be so cool to still have my original Super NES, the original Genesis, all that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were just in that habit. And I think I finally broke that cycle with my PS1 and N64 because I still have those original ones. Don't have all my PS1 games, which pisses me off. But yeah, no, it sucks. So newer generations, I mean, I think physical in general is more appreciated in this generation because it's not like newer consoles, half your shit, even Nintendo ones at this point. They're going to start becoming more and more just digital. So maybe people will hold on to them more. I don't know. But if you're listening and you have kids, try to enforce, keep your shit. That short-term selling isn't good for other shit. It won't be replaced by your memories of nostalgia.
Nope.
And actually, real quick, Bri, to your physical point, that what was that? Among Sleep or whatever?
Among the Sleep.
So yeah, it does have a physical. It's on the Switch and the PS4. And Switch is cheaper. That's like 20 to 30 bucks. PS4 is a tiny bit more, but nothing too bad. And yeah, I wonder if the love of physical, at least by the people who know it, it'll go up with all these GameStops closing because, yeah, I've looked around at all of our local ones, all gone. All of them within like a 15-mile radius. They're all closed up and gone. So yeah, guess I don't have to worry about spending my $5 monthly anymore on something.
Oh man, I've honestly been too scared to check if the one I regular is still open. Yeah, I know the guys very well. They always give me like the posters and stuff, for the store. I mean, I walk in there and they know me by name, so it's like I've been scared. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's like my last. And I've said this before, like love them or hate them, make fun of them however much you want, but like GameStop really is like the last bastion of like commercialized physical gaming. You know what I mean? You've seen your major retailers make their sections smaller and smaller and smaller to where it's almost like you walk past the aisle and you're like, where are the games? I thought the games are over here, but you got to root for GameStop, man. You can't be, when I say that, I mean like root for the employees, like the stores, not like this fucking Ryan Cohen retard dude.
Yeah. No, it sucks. And speaking of that, Jim, I don't know if you saw the one comment. We thought the nearest one was at a mall near us. and the guy probably knew exactly. Nope, that one's gone too. So yeah, definitely blows. I'm like Nick said, support game stores. We've said mom and pops. As much as we love supporting them, you're going to pay a premium, and at that point, it's too enticing to just go eBay at that point sometimes. But yeah, GameStop is going to be the last. Really, I really don't know. Like, where are you going to go? Walmart, Best Buy? I don't even know if Best Buy still sells games. Like,
no, Best Buy got rid of them over a year ago.
Jesus. So yeah, so really, it's Walmart, Target. Like, where else you can buy games anymore? That's
literally Walmart or Target.
Yeah. So
and Target's already gotten rid of their Xbox section. So
I was wondering if I just noticed it or couldn't find it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's been that way for almost a year now.
Oh, really? Huh.
So
shows how much I'm looking for Xbox shit.
Right. Xbox, Microsoft is actually, fun fact, it has been over a year since Microsoft has launched a in-house physical game.
What was the last one? Do we count Starfield because that's owned by them now, or
I don't know, because that was also on PS5, wasn't it?
No, I don't think it did yet. I think it's still an Xbox exclusive, technically.
Okay, then maybe it was Starfield or Doom: The Dark Ages. I don't know.
Sucks.
But yeah.
All right. Well, thank you again for the question. We always appreciate the support. And Chambers, where can they find us?
Once again, over at patreon.com/drink-a-beer-and-play-a-game. And where for as little as $1, you can check in this week's Krusty Corner that we already talked about. Didn't we talk about that, Nick? Didn't we?
Yeah.
Didn't we say things on there? And yes, if you want to hear all three of us saying more things, we're going to get back to it. We've been very bad boys last year. We got to get the bonus episodes back into rotation.
Yes.
I don't know if it'll be monthly, but we got to get back to it. At least we have a couple of review requests we still got to get out of the way, so that will be happening. And game review requests, movie review requests, all that good shit, head on over to Patreon. And speaking of Patreons, Nick, you happen to have a Patreon as well, don't you?
I do. It's patreon.com/NSquared Podcast for as little as $3 a month. You fucking undercutting bastards. For as little as $3 a month, you can have your questions read live in the very own segment on my podcast, the NSquared Podcast.
That sounds like a familiar segment. Weird.
The Patreon question block of the week. And also each and every little bit of money that goes into that Patreon goes right back into the show. That does not go into my pockets. It goes right into production for the show, whether it's new mic equipment, lighting, et cetera, et cetera. It all goes right back into the show. So everyone is very much appreciated who donates either at the $3, $5, or $10 tier. The $10 tier is actually a bonus. It lets you call in live during the show. So shout out to the Bro Chachosaurus Rexes and all of our Patreon show producers.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Cheers to them.
Cheers, boys. Now, Jamers. One thing that I was not aware of, we talk about this each year and I forget about it. I didn't know there was an esports World Cup, but they announced the titles for them.
I thought you were going to say that you have a penis.
Damn it. Don't you dare. But the only reason I remembered it, Jim, is because every year we talk about it, there's a little bit of a shock that, like, hey, how come Smash Bros isn't in there? And other fighting games sometimes.
Well, Bri, you ignorant slut. I think you're actually confusing this with the the FGC, the Fighting Game Championships that happen every year. And that's when everyone really starts to have a brouhaha about what games were picked, what weren't. So the Esports World Cup, I think, started a few years ago, and it's a part of Saudi Arabia's big push to be like, hey, we're not so bad. We don't kill reporters anymore. You should come here. It's great here. So, just like, and it's
we let women drive now.
Kind of. And we let rich people drink, but no one else. But yeah, so they hold it in Riyadh, much like that comedy festival that was its own brouhaha in the stand-up world. And yes, it's their way to try and ingratiate themselves with the world at large. So they have their things. It's been going for a few years now. And like you said, Brian, God damn it. What did you share? What did you share? I accept. I approve.
Yeah.
So, the titles for this year.
That was
Apex
before
Legends.
it really blew up.
Oh, oh. Oh.
Damn
A
it,
little racist.
Poor Dan.
But yes, the titles this year. Apex Legends, Call of Duty Black Ops 7, Call of Duty Warzone, Chess, Counter-Strike 2, Crossfire, whatever the fuck that is, Dota 2, FC 26, I think that's like, what is that? Soccer, FIFA Soccer, Fatal Fury, the Garrow Mark of the Wolves, the new Fatal Fury game, Fortnite Reload Elite Series, Free Fire, Honor of Kings, League of Legends, Mobile Legends, Overwatch 2, PUBG Mobile, PUBG Battlegrounds, Rainbow Six Siege, Rocket League, Street Fighter 6, Teamfight Tactics, Tekken 8, Trackmania, and Valorant.
Valorant.
So, or Valorant, is that what it is?
Yeah. For those who know how to read.
Well, you know.
Yeah. Honestly, just like any of these, I think it's cool for those going into it, but it's also a big bucket of who gives a fuck, especially given the context what you said, where it's held. Cool. I couldn't tell you. Yeah, I couldn't tell you a single team or person. Like when I think of esports and teams that aren't from like Korea, I think was it FaZe is the big one.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't tell you another team that I actually know the name of. So yeah, that's good for them. I don't know how you guys feel. I still hate even the term esports. Putting gaming as a sport is the same. Like I can't do it. I can't do it. I know what they're trying to go for. I can't do it.
What, dedication, training, personal accomplishment? Right. Some could say they're greatest athletes.
I mean,
see, athlete, that's the term right there. The term athlete is my problem with that, Jim.
Well, so look at, I'm with you, dude. I mean, look at, I'm with you. Okay. I get it. But
Jim, show them off.
Let me see those 22s, brother.
I'm sad now.
But no, I do get your point, but also too, from what I understand and from stuff I've seen in documentaries and whatnot, these esports teams actually do have like dedicated nutritionists, dedicated personal trainers and whatnot. Excuse me, to make sure that they are actually fine-tuned video game playing machines. You know what I'm saying? So there is a physical aspect of it. I mean, you got to think about like the actual practices and hours logged that they spend just sitting in front of a monitor. Like they do have to get them up and moving and whatnot. So there is a little bit of physicality involved in regards to that, and you look at your average esports team, a lot of them are like, they aren't overweight dudes that you would see like in a skit from South Park,
None of them are.
Yeah. So they're doing something right. But I do get your point. I likened the old MLG, Major League Gaming.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think esports is the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should have just kept it with MLG. I don't know if MLG is still around or if it's a thing anymore, but I do remember MLG being a very big thing for a long time.
Stopped in January 2024. Started in 2002.
Yeah, I was actually getting recruited for an MLG team for Halo Reach back when that came out. Yeah, I did a few practices and whatnot. Some good stuff. But yeah, no. God, do you remember Overwatch League?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Wait, what was Overwatch League?
So Overwatch League was its very own quote unquote esport. Pretty much like your NFL, right? Like you have this giant umbrella of esports, but it had its own segments. So you'd have like how you have pro sports in general, you have baseball, hockey, football, etc. Overwatch League was like that. It was professional Overwatch. And a lot of cities, like there were several cities that had their own teams and whatnot. Shaq actually owned the Sacramento team. I forgot what they were called. Shockwave or something like that. But
Kazams.
Yeah, Kazams. Shazams. But yeah, so I don't know where I was going with that. I think that shut down. That's what I was trying to say.
No. But to your point, I do remember that because Jim, do you remember the Fusion Arena?
Yes, the one that was supposed to be built in right in our little sports complex and never went up.
In Philly, one of the big reasons was because of the Overwatch League. And obviously, COVID sidelined that completely, and now it's not going to happen. But yeah, it was announced in 2019. They like, so I know you've only been down here for too many games, Nick, but like where our arenas are, they're all like within the same area, and they were just going to plop this Fusion Arena, which is going to be an esports arena within that area.
Is that like the financial district?
It's called the Sports Complex. It's in South Philly. So literally all 4 of our stadiums are all in one like 2-mile radius, basically.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's got to be a traffic nightmare.
You know what? It is a pain, but it also is kind of better than just being in the middle of a downtown and have to navigate like all through like city streets and shit like that. It like directly goes to our 2 biggest roadways and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's actually not that bad. Like getting in and out of a game will take you like half hour, 40 minutes, like anywhere else. But like I've been to worse places, like MetLife in New York. Fuck that stadium. So yeah, you like at first you're like the sports complex is a pain in the balls, and then you go somewhere else and you're like, oh, I will never shit talk you again.
Yeah.
But Nick, I mean, to your point, I don't doubt. I don't. The training, dedication, these people put time in. But the question is, are they as important as Reddit mods? I mean,
actually, Brian, damn, I was gonna say just real quick before we move on. That was too good of a transition, though. Fuck. But
now you fucked it up royally. Come on, Jim.
Blub.
Fuck it up further. What are you gonna? Let's hear it.
No, I was gonna say there is a very glaring omission that's sending an entire field of gaming in a kerfuffle right now, and I was gonna say, as a very small league StarCraft YouTuber, dude, they are all melting down right now because StarCraft didn't make the World Cup. They're like, oh shit, this is the first year we didn't make it. Like, is StarCraft truly over? And they got passed over for like 5 different mobile games. So it's that's not good.
To see PUBG Mobile like make it in, to me, I don't know. I've never played PUBG Mobile, but I do know a lot of mobile versions of main games, right? Like you got Call of Duty Mobile, PUBG Mobile, Fortnite Mobile, et cetera, et cetera. Those games are more filled with bots than anything I've ever seen before. So it's kind of bizarre to me that like a mobile game would make it into something as major as this.
Yeah, especially with like all the games that could be out there.
But Jim, to answer your question and everyone's question, like, is StarCraft dead? I mean, you hopped on it, which means it's definitely dead. Like, if Jim's on the bandwagon for it, it's like that's when if Jim buys a stock option, sell. Like,
time to sell.
If he hops on a game, you are the equivalent to what the Madden curse. Like the Jim curse is real.
He's like Bad Luck Brian, that meme, Bad Luck Brian.
Yeah, you know what? Brian bullshit. Jim, we got to think of a good thing for Jim because we just talked about that on break. I don't hate all of Jim's music picks. A lot of his picks are terrible when it comes to what we're doing with our daily, but somehow even him with his Sonic pick, just the views plummet, and I don't understand why. So,
do you have one mapped out for tomorrow already?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm the rest of January through February is mapped out.
Oh, bummer. Okay.
If you have something, you can always float. I've have them recorded up to a certain date. I'll play.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll send you a few.
Jim, he didn't start off strong. Fucking Arrow the Acrobat. Like
great song.
Who the fuck picks that? It's a terrible song.
I'm opening eyes, song. Brian. I'm opening eyes and minds. All right, get out of your bubbles.
But Chambers, yes. Since you fucked up the transition, why don't you explain this week's Normie View for us?
Well, Brian, the Normie View is the delightful series where we talk about what the rest of the internet is talking about, and has one absolute Chad of a man broken in, shown his way all over the internet, and he's telling people what it means to be a Reddit mod. His name is Stale 2000, and he was a moderator for r/livestream fail, which is a huge subreddit. I don't go on fucking Reddit, but he is, huge thing, and he put up a minute 35-second clip. I think it was clipped from a longer video he put up where he basically goes on to say that how important he is, how powerful he is, how he holds the life of streamers and Twitch and streaming platforms in his hand. People on that subreddit, how they've influenced all of these streamers and out there, how he's been asked by major platforms to take down certain things so it doesn't ruin these people's careers. And Brian, they stripped it from him. And he has follow-up videos where he says that basically the mods should also be treated like celebrities for the hard work that they do. They're the real heroes, Brian.
Oh my goodness.
This svelte, gorgeous, beautiful head of hair. In no way any kind of stereotype you would ever think of when you say the word Reddit mod. And Brian, they might be the new most oppressed race. I'm just going to throw it out there.
Jim, when I first played this video, my immediate thought was, this is AI. Like, you talk about AI slap. I've seen AI videos that are done better. Like, I don't know if I'm still convinced it's even real, but then I went, okay, maybe it's not AI, because people are like commenting. They're like, they can't program enough wet lips for that fucking program yet. They don't know how to do it. So then I watch it and I go, okay, well, this guy's clearly doing a character. Like, and sincerely, that's what I believe, because I'm like, the comb over, like, dude, that fucking comb over, the fucking highlight, everything, the way he's talking. I'm like, all right, he must be doing a character. But then I dug into it a little further, and I'm like watching him on other things, and I'm like, I can't believe, like, okay, stereotypes are bad, right? But guess what? This is like the embodiment of that, like what you just said, the computer nerd. And somebody in the article, like a few things down, it's the guy saying, actually, with glasses, like that is him to a fucking T. Um, I don't know if we've covered it on here, but I feel like I've heard this argument before where like mods of anything feel like their role is important, and they help for sure, but it's kind of like a grip on a movie being like, I'm just as important as everyone else. How can you have sound if you don't have me as a grip? Like, it doesn't diminish that you help with something, but there's part of me that I'm too skeptical to believe that this is truly real and that he truly believes that. I think he's leaning into a character. But he's doing a great job. 3.4 million views since January 16th on this Reddit lies fucking tweet. So I don't know. To me, it has to be fake. I can't imagine someone's just. There's some disillusioned fucks out there, and we've met a few of them actually. But to put yourself online like this, whew, I don't know. That's crazy. To look like that and do that is crazy. Like, there's just so much that's crazy. I don't know. What's your guys' take on it, Nick?
I mean, honestly, dude, I have had some like bad interactions with people online, like in regards to
on the internet, you say?
Yeah, believe it or not. In regards to people who like actually watched my show and tuned in every week, but had ill intentions, right? So like the second they start like asking you for money and so on and so forth, and they might be a viewer for like 3 months or whatever, right? And then like they're there every stream, they're watching every episode and they're chatting along with the chat, and then all of a sudden, they kind of act a certain way after a while, like they got their hooks in and now they're trying to get whatever you can give, et cetera, et cetera. And then they flip a switch when they're denied something. And I'm talking about in regards to a situation where I actually had a fan go as far as after so many times I was like, hey dude, listen, I really need you to stop asking for money. Like, I'm strapped, everyone's strapped, the economy sucks, et cetera, et cetera. Sorry. Him and a bunch of bot accounts or fake accounts that he had made started like making threatening sentiments to me. And then went as far as like going like, yeah, you're gonna get swatted on your next stream, and NSquared Podcast is facing its final days, mark my word, and this and that. So yeah, police reports were filed and this and that and whatever. But long story short, I do kind of believe that like this is a thing. Like I do think that there are people who have nothing else better to do with their time other than do this kind of shit. And when they get denied a certain thing, like that is not just like their hobby, that is their identity. You know what I mean? And when someone has that as their identity, when you like criticize something a certain way or you take it away, it is not just a like a strike at their hobby or whatever. It is a strike at their self, their person. So I mean, I kind of liken this to be a real thing, you know?
Guys, where would wrestling be without match producers? Where would porno be without fluffers? Where would Reddit be without its mods? All right. I think we all
Jim, let me
him...
ask a really dumb question. Hold on.
Go on.
What is the purpose of a mod on Reddit? Since I don't use Reddit, I know the term, but what do they actually do?
They basically they sit in their little the subreddits and they scour all the posts, all the replies, and basically whatever the rules are of that Reddit, they enforce the fuck out of them. So whether it's
no police of Reddit.
Yes. So whether it's no self-promotion, no, racial slurs, no threatening language, no this or that, no.
You notice how the second example was racial slurs that he had brought up?
I'm a little racist.
All
Jim's
kinds
like,
of things.
well, if there's a stereotype, there's got to be a reason, right?
I'm just no, but so yeah. I mean, it really comes down to whatever they have for rules. Like they follow it to a T, and they will have no problem kicking people. It is a power trip too, but some of these people are just so obsessed about helping whatever niche that they're in. It's kind of like Twitch mods, but even worse and with less human interaction. And of course, like most mods and people like that, there's no pay in it, so they do it for the love of the game. Almost too much.
That's
love.
what I was about to ask. Like, you said he was a mod for a very popular subreddit.
Yes.
Okay. Even dumber question: do Reddits, even popular ones, generate money?
I mean, I guess they can, but that
or is it more like instead of like the Reddit itself doesn't generate money, but like say like we have a Reddit, right? Like somebody had set that up for us.
Yes.
In theory, like we could push our stuff, so hopefully they get over to a thing that might make money. But does Reddit itself, like, I feel like how could it? Because there's no advertising, right? Like it's just text-based forums essentially.
Well, I mean, if you go to r/livestream fail right now, the top post is a Capital One promoted post. So yeah, right. I mean, I guess
maybe you get paid to like promote a specific topic.
Possibly, yeah. Like when it comes to Reddit, like I don't know shit from my ass because I just never used the goddamn thing. So, but I mean, this, like you said, this has 3.6 million weekly visitors, 53,000 weekly contributors. Like this is a huge subreddit. So, I mean, not to say you have to be a big deal, but to be a mod on something this big, like, that's a bit of an accomplishment. Maybe it's like, the final boss of Tism. I don't know, but I can see if this is this guy's whole life, then losing it. He just lost all the power he had.
And absolute power absolutely corrupts. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is we've talked about before. I think we've talked about here. Definitely talked about offline with plenty of people. The power that can go to people's head over the smallest amount of shit and YouTube, social media stuff, all this, man, is it insane. So do yourself a favor, people. Don't ever be this guy. And for the love of fuck, we all have our identities, but man, if you have that haircut, go bald or shave. Don't do the comb over it. Don't have the fucking 3 hairs going across. Like, just don't do that. Don't.
Nick, donate those like scraggly Ron Jeremy sideburns you have going right now and just give it to this guy to put it on his head.
The mutton chops.
Is that for a cosplay or is that just laziness?
Yeah, I haven't gotten a haircut in forever. Just, I hate paying for a haircut. It's just a thing that I've got. But no, yeah, laziness, I suppose. Also, I made front page of Reddit once. So woo woo.
Reddit's biggest tard, they found him?
No! Damn it, my fucking camera's following me.
Yes.
Unlock me. There we go.
Well, Jim, let's move away from the dark, icky corners of Reddit. Move to a place that we do like. Our buddies over at Palette Swap. Last week we covered best games of 2025. Palette Swap, they always like to go big with their lists. They always like to go, they've commonly they've covered up to the Dreamcast with best games
and they've also done like the best games of all time. Yeah, like they try to do like one giant one for the end of the year every year. So Brian, before you get too far into the segment, now we could go through it and just talk about their picks, but we could have a little fun with this. We could almost make this a bit of not a game, but we could go through the backlog of it. It's basically, here's the thing. They've opened it up to all their authors, contributors, and also patrons. So they sent you a list. And they would send you a list of all these games to pick from. That's how they put this list together. So, if you're an author there, you got like 100 points to deal with. I'm a patron. They gave you 26. So I would say, let's go through each year, make our picks what we would have picked, and then we can compare it to what they picked and see what we think.
All right. Share.
I'll just read it off to you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So for the year 2000, we have Jet Set Radio, Deus Ex, Perfect Dark, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Diablo 2, Final Fantasy 9, Majora's Mask, Brian, you prick, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, NFL 2K1, Spyro Year of the Dragon, and the original SSX.
So we're just giving our picks. We're not trying to guess because I've seen the whole list.
Yeah, so I'm sure we've watched the list already. Yeah.
Yeah.
What would your pick be from that?
I'd probably go Tony Hawk 2.
Nick?
Yeah, I was about to say, before Brian even made his pick, I was just going to interject and be like, Tony Hawk 2! I spent way too many hours in that game.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it would be Marvel vs. Capcom, since that's what I spent the most time on of any game here. But the winner went to Majora's Mask. Not a shock. Don't you fucking dare.
I love the bird.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a popularity pick right there.
Yeah. I have some serious issues with this whole list, by the way, Jim, and I'm glad you're telling me now because I was like, did they give these people a list to pick from? Because my God, there's some terrible, terrible fucking picks on this list.
Ooh, I want to hear some hate. We'll get to them with each year. So next up, 2001, we have, and now remember, you can also keep the game that won in mind as I'm reading these off.
Yeah,
Grand Theft Auto 3, Metal Gear Solid 2, Final Fantasy X, Silent Hill 2, Super Smash Bros. Melee, which is what they picked, Halo Combat Evolved, Conker's Bad Fur Day, SSX Tricky, Luigi's Mansion, Sonic Adventure 2, Tony Hawk 3, Gran Turismo 3, Max Payne, Ico, and Advance Wars. Oh, and Golden Sun.
Man, 2001 is an underrated year that's never talked about.
It is stacked.
Dude, no one ever talks about that. Everyone talks about like 98.
That's a really tough year. I mean, they picked Melee. Makes sense. I kind of feel like I would probably go Halo just because FPS, what it created off of that. I'll keep my pick with Halo. And I said my one bit of shame in how much horror games I have Silent Hill 2 remake, all this stuff. Haven't played Silent Hill 2 the original, so that's the only reason I probably wouldn't pick that. But from what I understand, most people think that's the best Silent Hill, so that's a tough one too.
Yeah, so to not say the same thing that Brian would say, because I was going to say Halo as well.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Damn.
No, to add a little diversity. Obviously, here I'm the diversity hire of this panel tonight, so
that's why we keep you around.
We'll keep it with such. I'll go Gran Turismo 3. I fucking love that game. It was a pack in with like the Costco
PS2
bundle, that I got. It was that and Jack and Daxter. But I actually spent way more time with Gran Turismo 3 than I did with Jack and Daxter. I loved the whole, like that was my first Gran Turismo, and you had to like license up everything and like upgrade the cars as far as even like the fucking frame of it all and stuff. It was really cool, and it's a very good looking PS2 game. You can't say that for a lot of PS2 games, because honestly the PS2 is not a graphics powerhouse by any means.
All right, Chambers, what's your pick?
I go Grand Theft Auto 3. That just changed the game for gaming in general, basically. It's almost crazy to me how that wasn't picked. I mean, you could say that there's better Here's the thing, though. How I can see why it maybe didn't, because you only get so many points to distribute, and you haven't even seen me put any points here yet. So, you have to make some tough choices. But mine would have gone to GTA if I didn't put more picks somewhere else.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, 2002. Metroid Prime, Animal Crossing, Super Mario Sunshine, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Kingdom Hearts, Morrowind, Elder Scrolls 3, Warcraft 3, Raid of Chaos, Super Monkey Ball 2, Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem, Soul Calibur 2, and Metroid Fusion.
How the fuck was Super Monkey Ball 2 on this list?
Some of these picks, like, why the fuck are they even on here? This already, like, that pisses me off. I understand their pick for Kingdom Hearts. I know that was a big game. I've never played it. But for me, Jim, kind of to what you just said, Elder Scrolls 3, Morrowind, that changed the game for Elder Scrolls. I personally would go Vice City, because as GTA 3 was amazing and it did change it, Vice City perfected it. I think it took everything GTA 3, made it a million times better. And this was before the exhaustion of everything being 80s and everyone loving the 80s. This was like the first game and of wave of shit like, oh yeah, the 80s had cool soundtracks and we're going to make Scarface, but in a game and da-da-da-da. Like, that changed the game. So that game put all my time into. It should be that or Morrowind. What about you guys?
Yeah, so for me, I'm going Soul Calibur 2 right off the bat. My love for video games originated in fighting games, and Soul Calibur 2 was the first game that made me go, ooh, which platform am I gonna get this on? Because you had the choice of Spawn on Xbox, Link on GameCube, and Heihachi on the PS2. Obviously, though, I went with the Xbox version, and this was one of the most, and this game holds up to this day, on the OG Xbox. It looks so gorgeous. It was the first, I think, in my opinion, literal translation, like 1-to-1 from arcade to console.
Yeah, no, amazing game. You ain't wrong there. What about you, Jim?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, I was gonna say Soul Calibur 2. That's one of my favorite fighting games of all time. But yeah,
another one, you gaylord.
Well, Brian.
I'm just kidding. We love you.
Do
see how I throw them off? I love this shit.
Damn it. But I mean, Vice City would have been my next pick. Like, actually, I'm kind of looking at these and I'm like, like Eternal Darkness is good. I think it's slightly on the overrated side, but Metroid Prime I hate. So Animal Crossing I've never played. So it would either between Vice City, Morrowind, or Soul Calibur, but that would get my pick.
Yeah.
And wait, what did they actually pick? I forget offhand. Oh, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
You know me in RPG, so I'm not the guy for that right there. But I do remember it being a big deal, blah, 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 blah. But I don't know. I don't quite agree with that. 2003, though. Star Wars.
So do yourself a favor, Jim. You don't have to actually read them all, because we'll have this up on the screen.
Good point. And that'll save time, too. Thank you, Brian.
Yeah. 2003 is a dog shit year for games.
Well, actually, we do. Brian, just shut your whore mouth real quick. We do have the audio portion that we have to help out. So I'll blast you.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, Silent Hill 3, Ratchet and Clank Going Commando, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, Beautiful Joe, SSX 3, Tony Hawk Underground, Prince of Persia Sands of Time, F-Zero GX, Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, Mario Kart Double Dash, and Max Payne 2.
As I was saying, this year is just dog shit to me. Like, there's nothing that wows me. And when I saw them pick Mario Luigi Superstar Saga, I said, what the fuck is wrong with them? And then I look at this list. To me, I'll be honest, I don't know if I've played Tony Hawk's Underground, Double Dash, Max Payne 2, but honestly, I would have, just from my knowledge and what I've seen, I would say Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic should have been an easy win for this year. What the fuck is Superstar Saga? Get the fuck out of here. So, yeah, that's a terrible pick. Knights of the Old Republic, one of the most beloved games. Even though I've never played it, I know all about it. Come on.
Yeah, I'd say that would probably get the win. Like, if I had to pick something here, I mean, my personal favorite on the list is Sands of Time, but for the best game of the year, I'd go like Silent Hill 3, probably.
Yeah, I would go with Tony Hawk's Underground. I love that fucking game. I think I made my, like, because you could do, like, you know, make your own skater and whatnot. Mm-hmm. I got carried the fuck away with making, like, Blink 182, Alkaline Trio, fucking, like, I made bands as characters in that game. But it was really fun. And I think that was the first one you could get off the board and run around. So, yeah, introduced an interesting mechanic.
There you go. This I did not know. All right, 2004, we have Half-Life 2, Halo 2, GTA San Andreas, Metal Gear Solid 3, Knights of the Old Republic 2, World of Warcraft, Burnout 3 Takedown, Fable, Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal, Sly 2 Band of Thieves, The Sims 2, Pikmin 2, Jak 3, Metroid Prime 2, Need for Speed Underground 2, Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, and Def Jam Fight for New York. What a fucking murderer's row of a year.
Stacked.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous year. I mean, my pick probably man, San Andreas is an amazing game, but Half-Life 2, man, how do you go against that? Halo 2 is fuck. I will go Half-Life 2 for my personal pick, but the one I'm shocked it wasn't picked was, how is World of Warcraft just not the automatic win? Just from impact to gaming. Like, I'm not saying that's my pick. I'm saying, how is that not the pick? Like, I am going Half-Life 2 from what I personally like. I put the most time in San Andreas, and I love the shit out of it. But honestly, after Vice City, I was a little burned out with Grand Theft Auto.
Same.
Still love San Andreas, but god damn, how do you not pick World of Warcraft?
Yeah, for me, I'm going Halo 2. Dude, I felt like an eternity for Halo 2 to come out. But I mean, also at the same time, like, Metal Gear Solid 3 is a fucking powerhouse of a game. World of Warcraft, in my opinion, I'm assuming that would be like the populist vote. But also, too, real fast, how did the first Ratchet and Clank not make the list of the year it came out in?
That's a good question, because that was like what, 2000 or 2001, one of them.
I think it was 2002. But
once again, it's an issue I have with this whole fucking list.
I mean, then again, there's only I don't know how they pick the games. There's only so many games you can pick from each year, so it makes it tough.
Wait, Fable came out in 2004?
Yes, it did.
Apparently,
original Xbox game.
That's another one.
Dang,
like,
I feel
huge.
old.
You know, Sims too. I played the fuck out of Sims, all the Sims and all their expansion packs. It's a better year. 2003 so far is the biggest dog shit year.
So, Brian, you keep track of the what they picked for the winners.
They picked San Andreas.
San Andreas. I mean, that's a pretty good pick. I mean, I don't see how you don't pick World of Warcraft, though. I mean, I didn't, obviously. So it comes down to what the people play and like. You know, it's a popularity contest, like Nick said. Yeah. But yeah, like World of Warcraft probably should have won. If I had more points to dick around with, I probably would have put it to Halo 2. I mean, Halo 2 made Xbox Live. So,
Jim, I'm just afraid I'm going to be so fucking mad at you at whatever you did put your points to.
Oh, you probably will. I can't wait.
I will directly translate those to ball taps, just so you know.
All right, that's fine.
There's a conversion.
Next, up 2005. So we have Resident Evil 4, Need for Speed Most Wanted, God of War, Sly 3, Jade Empire, Animal Crossing Wild World, Psychonauts, Call of Duty 2, Devil May Cry 3, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. Weak year.
More solid than 3 still. Resident Evil 4 won from them.
I think that's the right pick.
It's the right pick. It's what I would have picked. As much as I love God of War and what it spawned for this list, yeah, Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, my favorite here is God of War, but Resi 4 is the right pick. I like Devil May Cry 3 as well, but yeah, I can't really argue with the results.
I'm actually going Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. That is like my most favorite Splinter Cell game, and that one had, I believe, it was the first one to have like a separate campaign from local multiplayer, which is really fun. I think, and this is a very, very hot take, and I've argued this all the time, but Resident Evil 4 is the worst Resident Evil.
I wouldn't say worst, but it's.
I know what you're getting at.
I hate where they took it. People put too much on Resident Evil 5 for the turn. Resident Evil 4 fucked it up, and Michael Bayed it and went action with it.
Yeah.
So I don't have a love for Resident Evil 4. Like even though that turned the popularity of Resident Evil 4 like all the way up.
Yeah.
It's if I ever rank all the Resident Evils, that's pretty fucking low on my list.
Yeah.
All right. So next up, 2006. We have Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, Zelda Twilight Princess, Wii Sports, Akami, Bully, Guitar Hero 2, Gears of War, Hitman Blood Money, Final Fantasy 12, Dead Rising, Mother 3, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, Call of Duty 3, Kingdom Hearts 2, and Mario Kart DS. Another banger year.
How the fuck did Mother 3? Motherfucking 3 won this list. Like, this is where this list, I was like, all right,
Hotspot might be a little Nintendo biased. Might be a little Nintendo biased.
They are so fucking Nintendo biased. It's ridiculous. To have Oblivion, Gears of War, like, don't even get me fucking started. But yeah, put that shit aside. For me, oh man, I played so much fucking Oblivion, but fucking Gears of War. Once again, how do you not go with the thing that revolutionized third person over the
cover based
shooter?
Yeah.
Like that's, to me, Gears of War would be the right pick. But I'll actually go Hitman Blood Money for how much I actually played.
Wow.
I think Gears of War should win it. So there's a caveat there. Gears of War is what I think should win. Blood Money is what my personal pick would be.
I think Oblivion should win, and this is the first time you see me put points down. Guitar Hero 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, so it got points for me.
That's okay. That's an okay thing. You
as
fuck up the
inclined
algorithm.
as I am to say Guitar Hero 2, the one thing that like stops me from saying it is they were still doing cover versions of the songs in Guitar Hero 2.
True.
Which, like, it just kind of takes you out of it. I'm gonna be straight up and just go Gears of War. I've played that game front and back, like I know it better than the palm of my hand. It's a really solid game.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So I think I love the guys over at Palette Swap, but I think that was their worst pick for any of these years, probably. Especially with what it was going against. All right. 2007, we have Super Mario Galaxy, BioShock, Portal, Halo 3, Assassin's Creed, Team Fortress 2, God of War 2, Mass Effect, Metroid Prime 3, Uncharted Drake's Fortune, Half-Life 2 Episode 2, Ratchet & Clank Tools of Destruction, The Witcher, and Rock Band. Damn.
I kind of feel like this should be one of those years where it's like an automatic to a certain game on this list. It's a stacked year for sure, but I feel like it should be automatic. But that just might be my
your bias,
my bro brain.
Yeah, so they went to Portal, which personally I think is one of the most overrated games I've ever
You've
played.
always hated Portal.
It's so fucking overrated. It was a fun little side game in the Orange Box collection. cute, but everyone spent their time with Team Fortress 2. So let's stop acting like Portal was
Well,
this big jerk off
to be
fest.
fair, Brian,
Nope, there's no being
people
fair.
play Team Fortress on PC. No one really gave a shit about on the orange box, or at least on Xbox, as the way you're.
But I'm just saying, Portal was a cute little tech demo. It's not this amazing game, but that's what they picked. Whatever. I feel like Galaxy is really beloved. I feel like Assassin's Creed for what it spawned, even though I don't personally like it. My pick is going BioShock just because of how much I love that game. And Halo 3, once again, to me is probably the original Halo is the best Halo. And I see, Jim, you put your 1 point towards it.
Yep.
I would go personally BioShock, but I think Halo 3 or Galaxy should probably be the winner, or even Team Fortress 2. But to put Portal there, motherfuckers. That's like the indie darling answer to everything. So, what do you guys think?
I'll go. I'm not against Portal getting the win. I like Portal a lot, so that's fine for me. Obviously, I put one of my precious points to Halo 3. I think Halo 3 just should have won straight up anyway because of just how big of a deal that was. And especially for what it did for like sandbox, like create map creation for multiplayer and stuff like that too. And that like Gears of War really kind of was the killer app for Xbox Live and the 360, but Halo 3 was like the big system seller. Everyone's like, holy shit, I just got to get an Xbox right now. Like we were still playing Halo 3 is what people were playing a long time before Call of Duty took over. And even in that little transitional period, like there were still so many people playing Halo that, it was still a fight for a long time because of that game alone.
Yeah, I'm going Halo 3. I mean, just the marketing campaign alone, if that doesn't give you like shivers down your spine, with the old war stories and the dioramas and whatnot. And even that like Neil Blomkamp live action short for the game is really good. But I mean, again, to what Jim's saying, like the what is the map maker in that called?
Oh my God! I just talked it up and I forget all about it.
Whoa! Wait! Hold on. We're on 2007, right?
Yeah.
Why the fuck do they not have Call of Duty 4 on there? Because in their write up, they talk about Call of Duty 4.
Is that not 2000?
Maybe they just no. They for some reason they didn't put it there, but in their write up, they talk about it. Fuck that. COD 4 should be the fucking. That is what started COD's popularity. 2007. That's my winner. I don't know why it's not in this list, but in their write up, they even talk about it.
That's Modern Warfare, right?
Yeah.
That must have been a fuck up then with the list.
Yeah. So there you go. The fuck you're gonna put another Ratchet and Clank or fucking Metroid Prime 3. You're not gonna put COD 4, the most popular franchise in gaming history. Get the fuck out of here. COD 4 wins. It's not even a competition. Fuck your portals.
I would still go Halo 3, but
yeah, I'm a Halo boy at that time still too. But yes,
I do get what you're saying, Brian.
Yep.
All right, moving on to 2008, and there are a lot of games on this list right here. So we have Grand Theft Auto 4, Fallout 3, Left 4 Dead, Metal Gear Solid 4, Smash Brothers Brawl, Gears of War 2, Devil May Cry 4, Far Cry 2, Fable 2, Braid, Mario Kart Wii, Saints Row 2, Call of Duty World at War, Dead Space, Persona 4, Little Big Planet, Mirror's Edge, Burnout Paradise, and Battlefield Bad Company.
Jim, I need to stop you for a second. In 2007, you have Gears of War 2 as well. So is 2008 supposed to be 3?
Maybe. Or no,
that's I'm sorry. God of War
2.
Sorry. My bad.
So far, this is my toughest pick because Fallout 3 converted me to Western RPGs, but Left 4 Dead, man, and that's their pick. I will still say to this day that and Left 4 Dead 2 are the most fun online games you could play where you go against each other in an asymmetrical style. So I will stick with Left 4 Dead, but Fallout 3 could have been a pick as well. But Left 4 Dead being chosen, I personally like. But yeah, it's between those two for me, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I went points wise to Fallout 3, but Yeah, I mean, Left 4 Dead, we played the absolute ever living fuck out of. I love Smash Brawl. That's my favorite Smash, even though the Smash diehards hate it. I don't think Mirror's Edge should be on this list. Um, or even, you know what? I'm a big Devil May Cry fan. Devil May Cry 4 kind of sucks. Like, it's not bad. It's not bad at all, but like switching most of the game to Nero and he's kind of a whiny bitch. Like, I don't think that should really be on here. But yeah,
Battlefield shouldn't be on there either. I know this is the kind of the start of their shit, but like this isn't where they popped. That shouldn't be on there.
so yeah, I mean, I went Fallout 3 and, but what did you say they picked, Bri? Left 4 Dead?
Left 4 Dead.
Perfectly fine with that pick. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm stuck between Left 4 Dead and Gears of War 2.
Yeah.
Another
Gears of
fine
War
pick.
2, was that the one where they found homie's wife about to die?
You know what? I've only ever played like half of the first one, and I never played any of the others.
Ah,
I beat the
okay.
first 3. I don't remember story wise which one that happens.
Yeah, because it's the best friend to Dom. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but in the entire throughout the first
Felix
game,
or
I don't remember. He's like the number 2 to Dom.
yeah, I know what
It's
you're
not
saying.
Baird and it's not Coltrane, it's the other guy. But he's carrying around that like Polaroid of his wife or whatever. And he's been looking for her, and then they end up finding her, but she looks like she's coming out of a concentration camp, and she ends up dying in his arms, and then he ends up sacrificing himself for the team. For some reason, the Gears of War games, they really find like really hard ways, and I say hard as in like hard hitting, hard ways to like pull at your heartstrings. But
Oh yeah.
but yeah, I would I'm gonna go Left 4 Dead.
All right. Perfectly fine. All right. 2009. Yeah, here's one thing I would say. Like, I love this idea, but in the future, they should just have the same amount of games for each year. I just got to put that out
Yeah.
there. 2009. Dragon Age Origins, Batman Arkham Asylum, Left 4 Dead 2, Borderlands, Bayonetta, Infamous, Assassin's Creed 2, Demon Souls, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, Prototype, Halo 3 ODST, Wii Sports Resort, and Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story.
So Batman Arkham Asylum won this one.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that pick. Like you though, I probably have personally gone for Left 4 Dead 2, even though I just said Left 4 Dead for previous year. Arkham Asylum though should win every time with this. So I'm completely fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I gave my point to Left 4 Dead 2 because I was like, I had to give points to one of them, and I was like, it's better gameplay wise overall, even though I put way more time into one. But yeah, I'm fine with Asylum. That's fine.
Yeah, my vote's Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah, and what do you call it? Even though ODST is probably one of my favorite Halos, but yeah, no, I think they got that one right. 2010. Mass Effect 2, Super Mario Galaxy 2, Red Dead Redemption, Fallout New Vegas, Xenoblade Chronicles, Cave Story, Call of Duty Black Ops, Dead Rising 2, Alan Wake, Donkey Kong Country Returns, Bioshock 2, Halo Reach, Amnesia Dark Descent, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Heavy Rain, Super Meat Boy, Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and Limbo. Hell of a year. Hell
I didn't
of
realize
a
Limbo came
year.
out that long ago.
Yeah, we're old, dude. It's over.
Yeah. Fuck.
So they chose New Vegas.
Fine with that pick.
Yeah, I'm okay with that pick, but like you, I would have went Black Ops for sure. From this list, I could have understood if they went Red Dead Redemption, but like I said, I'm okay with New Vegas.
Yeah,
But
like Red Dead.
I'm Black Ops all the way for this one.
Yeah, Red Dead I would get, Mass Effect I would get. Obviously I obviously picked Black Ops. Even Hard Gold and Soul Silver, I would get at that one. But yeah, I mean, hell of a year for a lot of these games. I
Yeah.
think the only one that shouldn't be on here is, I don't know, like Heavy Rain was a very cool game with a lot of hype and a lot of like, it pushed the boundaries of cinematics, but it also kind of sucks. And like Alan Wake's like the one that got popular after the fact. So I don't know. Yeah. Hell of a year though, no matter what.
Yeah, I'm torn between Black Ops and Reach. Black Ops had great zombies mode, had a really good story, had the Dead Ops arcade as well. But I mean, like I said earlier, like I played Halo Reach so much that I was recruited for the MLG for Halo Reach. So it's like it's hard. I could go either. Honestly, I'll go Halo Reach. Honestly, the story in Halo Reach 2, it's like watching a train wreck. You know it's not going to end well.
Yeah.
And like in the end screen where it's like survive, you know. And I don't know how many times I've tried to last like hours long, and it just Oh.
And yeah, you know what? I was arguably the last good Halo too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but yeah, I mean, hell of a year right there. 2011, we have Dark Souls, Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, Minecraft, Portal 2, Batman Arkham City, Uncharted 3, Skyward Sword, Legend of Zelda, LA Noire, Sonic Generations, get that the fuck off there, that game blows, Dragon Age 2, Super Mario 3D Land, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Witcher 2, Assassins of Kings, Saints Row the Third, Dead Space 2, Infamous 2, and Pokemon Black and White.
They fucking chose Portal 2. These dumb motherfuckers. Like for Portal 2 to win, it was bad enough Portal the first one. Nobody gave two farting fucks about Portal 2. Nobody talked about it. Nobody. It's Skyrim or Minecraft. Like it between one of those, you flip a coin, it's one of those. That needs to be the winner. Skyrim for 15 years, Switch sold with the basis that you could play Skyrim on it. Fucking Minecraft is fucking Minecraft. What are we talking about with Portal 2? You dumb fucks. So it's Skyrim or Minecraft. I don't care. Flip a coin. God damn it.
I'm going Minecraft.
I put points to Skyrim. So
yeah.
Skyrim's my pick.
Acceptable answers. Fucking Portal 2.
As long as Sonic didn't win. That's the real win here. All right, next up, 2012. We have Far Cry 3, Fire Emblem Awakening, The Walking Dead. So that's the Telltale one. Right. Dishonored, Journey, Max Payne 3, Borderlands 2, Pokemon Black and White 2, Gravity Rush, Hotline Miami, XCOM Enemy Unknown, Sleeping Dogs, Spec Ops The Line, Kid Icarus Uprising, and Need for Speed Most Wanted. Kind of an okay year.
A weak year.
It's an okay year. It's okay.
It's weak, but it also has oddly strong. So like Far Cry 3 really to me is what launched Far Cry series. Super fun game. Walking Dead, Telltale, even though it came and went, that started that. Borderlands 2. It's another one I haven't played yet, but everyone claims like that's probably the best Borderlands. Their choice, XCOM Enemy Unknown, got me hooked into that genre of gaming. So that was going to be my pick, and I agree with their pick on this one. Tactical turn-based was perfected with that game, and then it got better with XCOM 2. So I'm fine with that choice. And Sleeping Dogs is great too.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off, Nick. Yeah, if I had spare points, I probably would have put one towards Hotline Miami. But XCOM's probably the right pick for the winner for this one. So I'm fine with that.
I'm going Far Cry 3 just for Blood Dragon.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah.
Can't argue that. I have the Far Cry 3 collection. I bought it for Blood Dragon and never got around to playing it. I should change that this year.
Damn it, Jim.
Yeah,
I have a problem. Well, many problems. But 2013, we have The Last of Us, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Grand Theft Auto 5, Rayman Legends, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, BioShock Infinite, Saints Row 4, Papers, Please, Super Mario 3D World, The Wolf Among Us, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, Payday 2, Outlast, Call of Duty Ghosts. Just real quick, come on, man. Ghost should not be on this list.
No, it should not.
We're all Call of Duty fans. Ghost should not be on this list.
No.
All right. Metro Last Light, The Stanley Parable, Project Zomboid, and Injustice: God Among Us.
I'm guessing Last of Us 1.
Yeah, Last of Us 1. To me, this is another one where you could easily do a toss-up, but the right one probably should be GTA 5. Once again, just
one of the biggest games of all time.
Like how do you not? I get Last of Us winning, I'm fine. You flip a coin. I would go GTA 5 though. Like to me, that's even though Saints Row 4 was probably the most fun one I've played on this list. GTA 5 is undeniable.
Nick,
I'm going Rayman Legends. That
good
game
pick.
is so much fucking fun. There's a lot of stages too where it's like musically based, where you have to keep up with the rhythm and everything. It's very fun game. Very fun game.
Yeah, hell of a year. I'm fine with the pick. If I had spare points, I would have put it to Injustice. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good ones on this one.
Justice is great. Yeah.
All right, 2014, we have Shovel Knight, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, Dragon Age Inquisition, Bayonetta 2, Dark Souls 2, Evil Within, Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor, South Park Stick of Truth, Alien Isolation, Smash Brothers Wii U, Wolfenstein New Order, Hearthstone, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, and PT.
PT don't count.
PT should get the fuck off that list. That
don't
shouldn't
count.
be there.
That was a demo.
Captain Toad is cute. Get it off there. That shouldn't have been.
They chose Shovel Knight from our girl Celia. Makes sense. I'm okay with it, but I would go Alien Isolation all day.
Yeah, I would go Shovel Knight, to be honest with you. I fucking love that game.
Yeah, I mean, Shovel Knight's great. If I had a point, I'd probably go on a Stick of Truth just how cool that was.
How funny. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, 2015, we have Bloodborne, Witcher 3, Undertale, Metal Gear Solid 5, Yakuza 0, Until Dawn, Mortal Kombat 10, Life is Strange, Black Ops 3, Just Cause 3, Super Mario Maker, Dying Light, Axiom Verge, and Rise of the Tomb Raider. What a fucking year. Wow.
So they chose Undertale. Of course, it's fucking indie, closest to Nintendo. Fuck off.
I mean, it's not Nintendo.
Underrated. I'm saying closest to Nintendo. It's an overrated one. Again, I love it.
Mario Maker's the closest to Nintendo. That's from Nintendo. That's the closest.
God damn it, Jim.
Shut the fuck up, Jim.
Witcher 3 should be the winner. I love the shit out of Bloodborne, but Witcher 3, it's really not a contest.
Yeah,
I think you. Oh, go ahead, Nick. Sorry.
I was just gonna say I'm going Mortal Kombat 10. Easily, like the fucking biggest impactful fucking fighting game of the 20 teens.
Best story ever. Yeah, for sure. Yep.
And the last one that MLG and FGC really like too for Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I would have gone Mortal Kombat with any points, but I think Witcher 3 and Undertale, it's a toss-up. And even Bloodborne. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Undertale, I'm fine with that as the pick. That's fine. That was huge. All right. 2016, we have Doom, the reboot.
You can
Dark
stop.
Souls.
You can just stop now. It's Doom. It's fucking Doom.
We have Doom, Dark Souls 3, Overwatch, Forza 3, Inside, Titanfall 2, Dishonored 2, Kirby Planet Robobot. Why is that there? XCOM 2, Gears of War 4, Pokemon Go, Firewatch, and Stardew Valley. Big year, big games.
They picked Stardew Valley. I get it. I'd hate it. Doom, to me, should probably win, but I am very internally torn because Titanfall 2 is the best Titanfall, and you and I love Titanfall, but it's underrated. Yep. I get it can't be Game of the Year. You have your points for XCOM 2 and Doom there. I would still go Doom. For what it did for FPSs, bringing Doom back, Doom should win.
I think Stardew is probably the right pick, but I actually think the right pick should have been Pokemon. Like, that was the biggest game of that year. Say what you want about it for being mobile and shit, but nothing swept the world like Pokemon did in 2016. So that probably should have won. But
it was literally like 1996 all over again.
Yeah.
Or was it 98 when Pokemon came out? I can't remember, but
yeah, I forget offhand too.
It was like Poke Fever all over again. I am the same with you, Jim. I do think Pokemon Go should win, but every ounce in being of me, every fiber of me is going Doom. Fucking love Doom. Matter of fact, when I was at the gym today, I was listening to the Killer Instinct soundtrack from the 2013 reboot.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank God Mick Gordon exists.
He's a monster.
What a fucking timeline to be in.
And hey, look, me, Captain Hypocritical, I didn't put any points to Pokemon, so, is what it is with what kind of thing like this.
The Doom Slayer.
2017, we have Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, Horizon Zero Dawn, Prey, Cuphead, Resident Evil 7, Hollow Knight, Mario Kart 8, A Hat in Time, Destiny 2, Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, What Remains of Edith Finch, Dragon Quest XI, Sonic Mania, Little Nightmares, Neo, Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Persona 5, and Night in the Woods.
Stop it. I
Big
can only
year.
get so hard.
Big year. Big.
I mean, honestly, after Mario Kart 8, you could probably get rid of the rest of the bottom of the list. And I know
Kingdom
Destiny
Battle
2
is fucking amazing. Don't you shit on that game.
Sonic can be there. It's the best Sonic in like 20 years.
And who gives a fuck? There's so much better above it. Like let's be like come on. Yes, they picked Breath of the Wild. Obviously, that's gonna win. But like Odyssey, Cuphead, I love the shit out of it. That brought to that. There was plenty of like Super Meat Boy's dumb shit that made games hard again. That made it hard and fun. Hollow Knight though would probably be my pick because it's just that fucking good. So yeah, I will go Hollow Knight, but I think Breath of the Wild is the correct choice, all things considered, even if I don't like the game.
Yeah, I never finished Breath of the Wild either, but I think it's the right pick. And I put my point to Odyssey. If I'd done it now, I'd be torn between that and Hollow Knight for the point I gave out. Odyssey's great though. You never
Odyssey
played it. Don't shake your head.
Great game. Odyssey is a very good game.
Mister, I didn't play the game shaking his head over the pick over here. Go play the game first.
Resident Evil 7 Biohazard really brought Resident Evil back to its roots, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so good. That game was actually genuinely terrifying. There were parts in that game where I lowered my TV volume to like 2 because I was just not having it, you know? But Sonic Mania is seriously such a good game and everything that it stands for, right? Like, you know, with what Sega was like, oh, fan made game. Oh yeah, you're hired. You know, fucking Nintendo would never. But
would they ever bring in a Christian Whitehead? No, they wouldn't.
Right.
Now, did Sonic get rid of him right after this? Yeah, they kind of did, but yeah. Or Sega, I should say.
Honestly, I'm gonna have to go Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. That was a game I would generally laugh at, but once I got into it, it fucking grabbed me and it did not let me go. Even afterwards, I was just so obsessed with that game. It's basically just, you know, your fucking XCOM light. Yep. But it is so fucking good.
Yeah, I've said that for years, but it's great. I loved Rabbids. Yep.
I'm surprised Brian didn't say Hellblade.
It's a really fun game, but it can't win Game of the Year. I love that game, just like Resident Evil. Love that game. Yeah. One of the first ones I streamed all the way through on Twitch. But what it's up against, it's tough.
Yep. All right, 2018. Red Dead 2, God of War 2018, Smash Ultimate, Marvel Spider-Man, Monster Hunter World, Forza 4, Dragon Ball Fighters, Sea of Thieves, Kingdom Come Deliverance, Celeste, Frostpunk, A Way Out, COD Black Ops 4, and Return to the Obra Dinn.
Get Black Ops 4 out of here.
Yeah, get that out of here. Get the fucking main pick, Celeste, out of here. Once again, enough with the fucking indie jerk
Celeste is great. Celeste is great.
Have
you played it? Have you played it?
Tits. Yes,
have
I did.
You played
I played 20 minutes of it. And I was like, oh, this is ridiculous. To have that when you have those first 3 choices, even first 4 choices, get fucked with these indie picks. That game was fun. Nobody goes back and says, let me replay Celeste. Get the fuck out of here.
Celeste has a huge community around it.
It's the same guys who are fucking Reddit mods. That's what that community is right there. So at the end of the day, it's the first 2. Super Smash Brothers Ultimate is the best Smash. I don't want to hear about your nostalgia for the other ones, but it's between the first 2. I'd probably go Red Dead. It's really tough to pick that over God of War, but Red Dead would probably be mine.
Horse riding simulator?
Yeah, a lot of people hate Red Dead, actually.
Dude, I fucking hate that game.
This is another one. You gotta put time into it. Not the 10 minutes you put into Celeste. You gotta put time. It's 80 hours.
Not the 10 minutes you put into Celeste, motherfucker.
That game's so fucking dumb. Oh, it's so stupid. Get the fuck out of here.
All right, what about you, Jim?
I would have put points towards Smash Ultimate. I actually kind of agree. I don't think Celeste should be the winner here. It should probably be God of War, but I would have picked Smash. I think that is the best Smash game.
It is. It is. And you know what I love about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is it is a celebration of video games. It's not just a fighting game. It's not just a party game. It's a celebration of video games. And it's been a while since we've gotten something like it. But I'm going to go a little bit different. Still same category. Dragon Ball,
isn't it? Yeah, the Mexican with Dragon Ball.
Oh,
who would have guessed? Who would have guessed?
It's muy importante, okay? No, but for real, I went to GameStop for the early release. There wasn't even midnight release. It was like 8:00 at night. The day before it launched, and the line literally wrapped around the plaza. This game is huge, and it made like the 3v3 fighting system accessible to people who have never really played fighting games before, ever. Not to say that it's an easy game. It's easy to pick up and play, but it's hard to master. And the graphics, Arc System Works it just made a masterpiece with that game. And I think it's going to be a long time before Dragon Ball fans ever get a fighting game as good as Dragon Ball FighterZ is. It's still getting support in DLC to this day. So that says something even after there's been, like Dragon Ball Sparking Zero that's been released. So again, huge deal of a game.
Yeah, I mean, it got Dragon Ball at Evo, and no other one's going to be that balanced. And yeah, it's probably the most accessible, like Guilty Gear kind of ish game too, as well. So yeah. No, good pick.
Yeah, way better than Celeste. Go ahead.
Hater. All right, 2019. Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, Disco Elysium, Control, Fire Emblem Three Houses, Death Stranding, Outer Wilds, Devil May Cry 5, Jedi Fallen Order, Untitled Goose Game, Super Mario Maker 2, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Apex Legends, and Slay the Spire.
Talk about a shit year of gaming. Yeah, I mean, Jim picked the worst one on there. We know.
How fucking dare you?
I mean, basically,
how? Dare you?
It's like a not
so many toilet hours.
Untitled Goose Game, but yeah, he played the toilet game.
Yeah.
I would go Resident Evil 2 Remake. They chose Disco Elysium. I know the nerds and indie love that. I played that for I don't even know how many hours. Very story driven. Jim wouldn't make it through 10 minutes of it.
Probably not.
Once again, this list is Nintendo and indie heavy. For me, though, the pick would be, it's obvious. It's Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Yeah. Resident Evil 2 Remake, as far as like bringing back the horror of the roots and everything, 100%. Mwah, chef's kiss. I mean, it had you like fucking terrified from the very first time you were playing. Like when you went
just
to the
that
gas
first
station.
zombie. Yeah, that gas
you're like,
zombie.
oh my god, fuck! You're claustrophobic and it's dark and it's just so fucking brutal with the like, dude, all of it, so good.
Yeah,
chef's kiss.
Yeah, I think Resident Evil 2 Remake probably should have won. I think Death Stranding would have been the closest next one, but that is a weird one too. And
it's a fucking walking simulator. Get it out of here.
You have to put a shitload of time into it before it's fun, quote unquote. But I put my points to Slay because it's amazing. So go fuck yourselves.
20 overrated.
He likes his toilet games. Right? It's okay.
You're overrated. You're all overrated.
Hideo Kojima is overrated and a crook.
Hot take. Hot. Spicy.
Yeah, it is a hot take. All he cares about is being famous and being fucking photographed with celebrities. That's all he cares about.
Oh, fuck off, Jim. 3 points to street. You wasted 3 fucking points on. Oh my god. What a waste of fucking. You could have helped those other categories that desperately need it, and you're like, just a rage 4. Dang.
No, I helped the game that needed. So 2020. Yes, Brian's finally mad. We have Final Fantasy VII Remake, Doom Eternal, Animal Crossing New Horizon, Hades, Spiritfarer, Last of Us 2, Cyberpunk 2077, Half-Life Alyx, Ghost of Tsushima, Bugsnax, Why is Bugsnax here? No one liked Bugsnax. No. Why is that here? No. Amori, Fall Guys, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Streets of Rage 4, the obvious winner, Among Us, and Ultra Kill.
All right. Well, they chose Hades, which is the correct choice here.
I gave Hades points.
Among Us would kind of made sense because you talked about like games like Pokemon Go, but since they weren't going that way, I get not choosing it. But Hades is clearly the better answer and the right answer in this case.
I'm kind of shocked Animal Crossing didn't win for how Nintendo centric the page is and how big that game was during COVID and lockdown. But yeah, I'm perfectly fine with Hades being there.
Yeah. So 2020 was a year that just like really sucked for me. Aside from COVID, I went through a pretty gross divorce that you guys were kind of like witness to, and whatnot, just as on a human level, like friends and whatnot. But I do got to say one thing. Normally, because I don't want to take a lot of time on this, but one thing that like I am a big person on is like I don't like to game when I'm sick, because when I play that game after I feel better, it makes me think about the time that I was sick. Same thing with like breakups and whatnot, right? But there's something to be said about Doom Eternal and what it did for me that year going through the divorce, as well as like COVID, and basically like life ceasing for a while there. Doom Eternal is just, yeah, I've got some bias to it. I'm a big Doom guy. But Doom Eternal had a very big gravitational pull to me. It came out before my divorce, but I did my second playthrough of it during my divorce. And I think it just let me get out all that frustration and anger and whatnot. And so I owe a lot to Doom Eternal and to Mick Gordon for that soundtrack. That soundtrack is literally an audio diary for me as far as like my feelings and emotions go for that year. So again, long story, I get it. Doom Eternal for me.
Look, Nick, let's put it this way. She's like 3 years away from being a Torta. You have a beautiful family going now. Who wins in the end? All right?
Yeah.
There we go.
3 fucking points on Streets of Rage 4.
NRC.
Damn it. 2021, we have Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, It Takes Two, Deathloop, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Forza 5, Returnal, Death Store, Hitman 3, Guilty Gear Strive, Inscription, The Forgotten City, Chicory, A Colorful Tale, Halo Infinite, and Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
What a weakest year yet, by far.
Weak year.
That is a shit year.
Right, this or 2020 or 2003?
I think this is worse, to be honest. This is just bad. I'll go Hitman 3 because that's the only one I really played from this year. But they went with Jim's pick, which was Metroid Dread.
So I agree.
It's just a shit year. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
I like Metroid Dread a lot. I'm fine with the pick, obviously. And I mean, honestly, I didn't play a ton of games from this year, so I mean, I guess some of them
wasted a fucking point on that. God damn it, Jim.
Metroid Dread's great. I like it. A lot of fun.
Fucking point.
It's an alright game.
I love the Emmy sections. I know they're very devices. I love the Emmys.
To the terrible stuff. Come on, we know this by now.
Yeah.
I love the Emmy sections. I love the sense of dread, one could say, that it gives you. So yeah. Touch me in places.
I think Psychonauts 2 was completely overrated at Arrival. It Takes Two is one of those games that you kind of see in your bargain bin racks these days.
Didn't that win like every Game of the Year award that year too?
It did. And now it's like I don't know anyone who's ever played it, honestly. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, I think, was all right, but like people claimed it being woke because this is where you start to get the it's woke, whatever. For me, it's honestly between Forza Horizon 5 and Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. I really did enjoy Guardians of the Galaxy quite a bit. It was really fun. Pulled me in. I think I played it on Game Pass. A lot of collectibles to have, but it reminded me honestly of SOCOM back in the day. Very good squad based action game, I guess you could say. I mean, it's a shooter, but it's also a brawler. Like, it's a lot of things. I think the squad based mechanics are probably top tier as far as anything goes in that realm. So I'll go Guardians of the Galaxy. Forza Horizon 5 is not to be slept on.
Yeah, I've have Galaxy in my backlog. I do mean to get to it. I hear it's good.
It is really good. Very good.
All right, moving on. 2022. We have Elden Ring. Can we just stop there? Probably. But we have Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Stray, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Sifu, Tunic,
Fucking
Splatoon
Stray.
3, Cult of the Lamb, The Quarry, Neon White, Pentiment, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Bayonetta 3, get that the fuck off there, Sonic Frontiers, get that the fuck off there, and Signalis.
Yeah, Sonic Frontiers is one of the worst Sonic games I've ever played.
Yeah. Elden Ring winning is just such a non-shock, but I would definitely go God of War Ragnarok. Having a son, the story of Kratos and his son hit home for me on top of just being an amazing God of War game. Yeah, it's a great game. So I would personally go with that, but Elden Ring being picked, I'm fine with.
Yeah, Elden Ring's the only one I really put time into, so that would have been my pick.
You had like over 100 hours, right?
No, I only
He
had
had
like 30 into it.
He had barely any game time into it. He's like, I'm gonna beat it. I'm like,
I like how
no,
30
you're
is
not.
barely any time.
You
right.
didn't even
Yeah.
have 30. You had like 12 hours into it. Who you kidding?
What's crazy to me is that this was 4 years ago. This feels like last year.
I know.
Right.
Yeah. For me, I'm going to go with The Quarry. I loved that game. It was so fucking good. One of the best games of that kind. I don't know what you would call like that or
Like a story based.
like
It's
Until
the same as
Dawn.
Until Dawn. It's the same maker. So yeah,
Yeah, like it is
it's an
fucking
interactive.
awesome. And I'm also a huge like you, Brian, big werewolf fan. Spoilers, by the way.
Oh, so gay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, that's fucking vampires, you dipshit.
Yeah, come on, Jim.
They
You
are
can't
also
even get your
gay.
shit right. God, Mister, I fucking put point stuff. The dumb shit you have.
What dumb shit? All great picks.
Realize, Nick, you can help
Yeah.
track me with this. Every terrible pick he did, that equates to a ball tap. Yep. And he doesn't even have a say in it. So go on, Jim.
Next up, 2023. Look, you guys can put up and shut up and put some money towards our good friends at Palette Swap, all right?
Jim,
Hey, sway the votes next year. You have the power. You can do it.
It's already
You can do
done.
it.
It's already done.
They can always do another one. You got the power. Next up, 2023. Baldur's Gate 3, Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Resi 4 Remake, Alan Wake 2, Super Mario Wonder, Spider-Man 2, Final Fantasy 16, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Street Fighter 6, Diablo 4, Armored Core 6, Lies of P, Hi-Fi Rush, Pikmin 4, Dredge, Octopath Traveler 2, Blasphemous 2, Cocoon, and Chants of Sonar.
Ooh, solid year. They went with Tears of the Kingdom. I didn't play that. It makes sense at one. I'm actually shocked Baldur's Gate 3 didn't win.
I'm kind of shocked too.
I don't know how it didn't, because that's a game I am gonna play, because the nerd in me has always kind of wanted to play a D&D game, and my understanding is that's the best version. So, but since I didn't play either of those, it's between Resident Evil 4 or Blasphemous 2. I'll go Blasphemous 2, just because those two are the only ones I played from this list. And it's really good game. But
I'll go
once again,
good.
I think it should be Baldur's Gate that should have won. But I get Tears of the Kingdom. It's another coin toss, but to me, I know they're Nintendo boners, so they can't pick Baldur's Gate. Probably should have been Baldur's Gate.
I will go next. I didn't play any of these games at all, so I can't really say anything too much. But I would have given a point to Blasphemous just because I love one so much. So I would have just tried to sway the vote for two. But yeah, Baldur's Gate or Tears of the Kingdom, either one, I'd be fine with.
So, oh my god, I loved Resident Evil 4 Remake, even though I think Resident Evil 4 is the worst Resident Evil. Remake, it's just like its own game in my mind.
Really
very good.
Yeah,
very, very good game. I didn't really care for Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Marvel's Spider-Man 2, I could not fucking put down. Although I do think you should be able to play as Venom for a longer period of time in the game. Street Fighter 6 is a solid fucking fighting game. Lies of P is also a very good Souls-like game. Pikmin 4, very fun. Dude, I'm actually like struggling really hard to pick here. Amount of time spent on a game that's on this list, I would just have to go with Spider-Man 2. Very, 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 very good game. But this is where I would actually like kind of piggyback on the likes of it's woke. It does push a fucking agenda, and I'm like, just I don't fucking care. Just get this out of the game. We're dealing with Kraven the fucking Hunter. You got this other fucking group of villains, and then you got Venom and stuff. Like, I don't care for the identity politics and stuff, but I would say Spider-Man 2 if I am being objective.
Okay. I like that. Yeah, Spider-Man 1 was great. I want to play Spider-Man 2, so
Good.
Makes sense.
Same here.
Don't sleep on Lies of P, though. Don't sleep on that game. That is a very good game if you like Dark Souls.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I heard that's probably like the best Souls-like that's out there.
I've gotten Josh onto that game, and
I can see Brian shaking his head, just to cut you off real quick, and I know why, and I can't wait to get into it.
Astrobot.
Actually, now I didn't play it at the time that this came out, but
He should have voted for Astrobot, but he wasted his things on another poop game. But go ahead.
oh, there is no waste here, Brian.
It's complete waste.
2024.
Oh my goodness.
We have
let's go.
Astrobot, Metaphor, ReFantazio, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Helldivers 2,
Stop the
Tekken
list.
8. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Silent Hill 2 Remake, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Balatro, Persona 3 Reload, Prince of Persia Lost Crown, Black Myth Wukong, Brian's pick, Stellar Braid, Pacific Drive, Loreline, The Laser Eyes, Knutsi Gami, Path of Goddess, what? UFO 50, Shadow Generations, Dungeons of Hinterberg, and Rise of the Golden Idol.
Once again, this is under Black Myth Wukong, and I played Pacific Drive. Who the fuck cares about any of those? Like, maybe Stellar Blade, but
Right, you can't let the wokes win. You have to pick Stellar Blade.
No, I mean, interesting year. They chose Jim's terrible pick, which is another just poop game.
Winner.
I would go Helldivers 2 for not only like what it did for multiplayer gaming, but it is just a fucking fun game. Astrobot is probably the best, and I think it's better than like Wii Sports as a tech demo for a console. It is a fun, as Jim would say, charming, cute game.
Astro's Playroom was the tech demo. Astro's Bot's a full game.
Oh, is that the second one?
That's the second one. Well, technically the fifth
mind.
in the series. Yeah.
Oh, then get that the fuck out of there. Then it's Helldivers 2 to me.
How
very
dare you.
clearly. Get Balatro the fuck out of there. It's a glorified fucking solitaire simulator with
Brian did one run and he went,
ooh, it's got elements of this. It's so fucking stupid. So yeah, it's Helldivers 2. There's not an argument.
Brian and his pea brain with no eye for strategy. Fucking nothing.
Oh wait, Nick. Nick.
Yeah.
Why do I have a feeling you and I are on the same page here?
Oh, it couldn't be because of my Malevolon Creek cape.
See, man of taste. He knows. I mean,
it is funny that Nick's Discord is basically just a Helldivers, just like jerk off fest in there.
Yeah.
It's basically complete. Like, if you want to talk about his page, they don't even have a section for like the podcast to discuss. It's just all Helldivers pages in pro wrestling. That's all it is.
Like the main hub is called like Helldive Command Center or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would even know he made content on there in his own Discord.
Yeah. I mean, like look at this is like my Ridge like wallet for democracy, Helldivers 2. I have, this is like an official cape. This thing is like thick as shit. I have a hold on. This is worth it.
Bri, what are the chances it's worth it?
I got this out just for the year. See this?
It's a piece of paper. It's a folder.
is an official certificate commemorating my my efforts in the war at Malevelon Creek. You know,
Did they actually what
signed by
would
Marshal
they send
Victor
you that like
Dreadscott.
online, or how'd that work out?
No,
Or
it
did
was
you
a
buy that
birthday
yourself?
gift. It was a birthday
Okay,
gift.
okay, all right,
No,
that's
no.
fine. That's acceptable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, I'm gonna get that fucking framed. I have like 8 Helldivers 2 t-shirts. Yeah,
So you went with Balatro. All right, good.
no, man.
Here's the deal, Nick. To your point, Helldivers 2 is the winner for a million reasons, but the one thing I want to cut across, since Jim's never played it and never will, is just like we've talked about like Left 4 Dead and these other things that change multiplayer gaming, like that idea of like you're all working towards a shared campaign and you're
Yeah.
trying to like, depending on which planet you're going after, whatever, like that is such a interesting, cool idea. And when I did play it, the community, even if I wasn't playing with people I knew, were actually all pretty fucking cool. They weren't douchebags, they weren't this, they weren't that. They were all cool. You're all working towards something. And then you got Jim's pick. Fucking poop
Sorry,
pick.
Brian. Sorry, my game doesn't have a gun in it. I'm sorry. All right. As we've learned, Brian's got a preference over here.
No,
No
Jim
gun.
Just,
Brian just
Jim
goes,
only likes simple. Jim's like, all right, the game has to be really simple, terrible graphics, and it just has to have AI generated fucking bullshit where you change what you do with every run, and it has to be something I can play when I poop. And that's how Jim picks it. So Slay the Spire, it makes sense. I get it.
I know. Strategy and
You're
unlocking and grinding is hard.
There's
it's very
no
hard.
strategy with that. It's RNG.
Spoken by a guy who's never played it. Yes, the RNG is there. You have to strategize around it.
I have like 10 hours into that dumbass game, and I was like, wow, this is useless.
So like I have dipped my toes into Balatro. Vincenzo, my son, who's barely 19 months old, was in his infancy era, during the time that Balatro was a thing, right? So as a father, a father of a newborn, it became harder and harder to play Helldivers 2 while holding him, because I would literally lay him across my arms and hold my controller and play. But as he continued to grow rapidly, as infants do and whatnot, it became harder and harder because he would just keep expanding, right? And also, too, not to mention, like, just the vibration of the controller just constantly going off, and whatnot. So I
and you can't put it on your balls when your kid's there. I know. I get it.
So I wanted to play games that I could literally dip in and dip out of, right? Especially where there was no sleep. So I did play a lot of Balatro. I did play a lot, maybe like 30 hours worth. But unfortunately, it had to go up against my favorite game probably in the last like 20 years.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not taking anything away from it. I probably would like it if I played it. I just not going to get around to it anytime soon. I'm sorry. But next up, 2025, we have, to round this all out, we have Hollow Knight Silk Song, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Split Fiction, Ghost of Yutei, Mario Kart World, Hades 2, Death Stranding 2, Silent Hill F, Ninja Gaiden 4, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Monster Hunt Wilds, Pokemon Legends ZA, Borderlands 4, Kirby Air Riders, Digimon Story Time Stranger, Blueprints, Rift of the Necrodancer, and Shinobi Art of Vengeance.
I've only played Mario Kart World, and even having played that, I'd probably say Hollow Knight should have won. But I get Clair Obscur winning because it won everything from everyone. So I'm not mad that won. I think once I play Hollow Knight Silk Song, unless it shits the bed, which I can't imagine it will, that'll probably end up being my legit pick.
Yeah, I do want to try out Clair Obscur, but I think Hollow Knight would be my pick. The only one I really put any time into on this list was Mario Kart World, and I went, thanks to Nick over there, and I went, yeah, it's more Mario Kart. So obviously I can't say a lot about these games, but I'd say probably Hollow Knight would be my favorite.
I should also mention Hades 2. I bet that's great too. Something tells me I'll probably like Hollow Knight better.
Yeah.
What about you, Nick?
So, I feel like I kind of drank the Mario Kart Kool-Aid when the Switch 2 came out and whatnot. I really liked Mario Kart World. And then I played a game that's not on this list called Sonic Racing Cross Worlds.
Ooh.
And it blew Mario Kart World out of the fucking stratosphere. I am very surprised that Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is not on this list. It was nominated for best sports game at the sports/racing game at the
Video Game Awards, yeah.
The Video Game Awards. And honestly, it is just leagues and leagues and leagues above Mario Kart World. It doesn't matter what version of the game you get, it is a fucking solid experience. That would be my vote. But given everything that's here, I would just go Shinobi Art of Vengeance. I love me some fucking platforming hack and slash action. So that's what I would go with.
Fair enough. So yeah, that rounds out this little listeroonie we have going on here. So look, I very much
too.
Look, I love the concept and I kind of love how they went about it. Obviously, I think there's some ways you could have streamlined the voting selections and what was picked, but yeah, kind of cool. And it's like like anything else, whether it's a ham and egg kind of site like Palette Swap or the big ones like Rolling Stone and IGN. All these big lists always have, the things where you just go, huh? And the ones where you have the surprise pitch, all that kind of stuff. So, Brian, what do you think overall about the selections?
It's 50-50. There's a lot of, to me, egregious misses. Other ones you go, okay, it's fine. I think of the 25 we selected, there was probably like a solid 7 or 8 where I went, okay, makes complete sense. Other ones where I'm like, yeah, it's a little weird. Then there was a lot where I just was like, the fuck are you doing? So
what do you think was the worst overall pick that they had?
Postal 2.
Really? More than Mario and Luigi?
Or Portal 2. Mario
or more than Mother 3.
But that Mother 3 was Mother 3 the same year as COD 4?
No, that was the year before.
What won the year of COD 4?
Mother 3 wasn't even released here, was it?
No, it was never released here.
See,
that was Mother 3. See, the Mario Luigi one was bad, but that was the second worst year to
Don't
me.
worry, Brian. Don't let me allow you to tell you that 2007, the year of Modern Warfare, the winner was Portal 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dumb shit like that. Like, it's just fucking, what are you doing with your life?
The omission of Modern Warfare is a crime upon itself.
Yeah, even though they wrote about it. So I don't know what the deal was with that, because they wrote and acknowledged that
must have been a fuck up just on the list. That's all I can think of. That's pretty egregious.
But once again, I always appreciate lists, but the second I scrolled through this, I went, oh, if you're not Nintendo or indie darling, like right away, I'm so curious. The editors themselves had, what'd you say, 100 points or something?
I think so, yeah.
So, they put all their points to all 5 of them or whoever, like they stacked the deck right away with Nintendo, indie, and you're just like, okay, it's 5 guys that are just like, if there was 5 gyms in a room, you'd end up with the worst fucking list in the world. So, I get it. They're not gyms. I'm not saying they're gyms. I'm not going to insult them and say they're gyms.
Brian's insulting 3 former guests of the podcast who work for Palette Swap right now, by the way.
Hey, if they were on, I'd be yelling at them. I'd be like, Fudge, what the fuck are you doing? But,
Fudge, Kevin, Asterios, all of you. Brian's got words.
Yeah, I do. And listen, just like I have words for you, but that's okay. That's the beauty of lists. They have their site. They're allowed to have their own list. So I respect that they got it, but yeah, bad list.
Jim, did you name me Skate in Zoom?
I thought maybe that was your last time you were in there. I didn't do anything. I was like, why the fuck is his name Skate?
I could have sworn you named me Skate because of the diversity hire in Streets of Rage 3.
No, that's just kind of popped up there. So maybe Zoom just knew you were the diversity hire.
I just noticed it right now.
If it was me, it would have been like, Taco Pablo or something like that. But,
God damn it, Jim. Jim, I think the thing that makes me most mad about that list is that you voted and you wasted 3 motherfucking points on Street Rage 4. I get you like the game, but 3 points on that motherfucker. That is definitely a ball tap that you are going to feel for sure.
Look, Brian, like everyone else
that
in
was
that
such
list,
a waste.
had to stack the deck for my boy. All right, had to stack the deck a little
and
bit.
It didn't even kind of help. They don't even mention it that year. So you fucked up. You're the bell curve where it's like people should vote on good shit, and you're the guy. It's like Kanye West is going for a president. I can vote for him. You're that shithead. So
the little droplet of madness.
Yeah.
I'm not Cavicular. I'm not Mylan Gaines. I'm not getting kicked out of clubs and banned from things. All right.
You basically are. That's exactly what you are. You're exactly like that. So congrats.
You don't even know who they are.
Yeah, they're terrible online people. I know exactly who they are.
It's very quick, and yes, you are correct. So,
but more importantly, Nick, as always, we
Yes.
truly appreciate you hopping on with us. We got to make this definitely more regular. We got to get back to the bonus beers. We still have your latest pick, Nacho Libre. We got to watch it. We got to review it.
We have some requests we got to do first, but we do have to do Nacho Libre after. So,
but either way,
what are these requests?
I'll send them back out to you. It's been a while.
Yeah, for sure. It's been a while.
No, but we'll get back on. We'll get back on that. And once again, Nick, let people know, where can they find you? Where should they be subscribing?
Right. So head on over to YouTube and just type in that search bar NSquared Podcast. You know, you see the logo, you see the face. Just click subscribe. All right. But more importantly, head on over to twitch.tv/NSquared Podcast. And hit that follow button and check out the live streams. If you have a good time, consider a follow, or consider a sub, even if it's Amazon Prime sub. We love to have you guys there. Also follow me on X at Buff Nerd and on Instagram at NerdyNick_91. And on this Patreon for the bonus beers episodes that are already posted. I like being here. I like these guys as much as we give each other a lot of shit. It's very much, it's a fun time, and after meeting both of them and showing them my true size, they both know that I could put them both in headlocks at the same time. It's just, I love the power. I love the power.
Nick's very gorilla proportioned, gigantic upper body, and his legs are about like 1.5 feet tall. It's amazing.
Oh, go fuck off. I am a very even.
He's almost a weeble wobble if you think about it.
I am a very even 6 foot. Look at the leg, baby.
I know, and that's where they stop. There's actually no lower half of the leg there. Nick, did you skip leg day again? Looking a little small there, dude.
Talk about looking a little small.
Well, Nick, thank you as always, and everyone watching, please make sure hit the subscribe button. Hit
Jim burns his eggs when he cooks them.
He doesn't cook. Are you kidding me?
That's what I have a woman for.
You made me breakfast, bitch.
I didn't notice you changed your name on this fucking thing too.
I can still hear your daughter going, "Dad, my eggs are burnt."
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. You should never put me in charge of eggs.
All right, shut the fuck up. And then if you were listening on Podbean, iTunes, or Spotify, make sure leave us a 5-star rating, and we'll read on each and every one of these Power Hour podcasts. With that, everyone, we want to say thank you all. Have a good night. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
He says cheers.